What is up, hooligans? And happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're over on Rumble, please hit that thumbs up button. More likes equals more hooligans. Going to read through the schedule really quick, and then we will be checking on all the chats. So let me know how you hooligans are doing today. Then, of course, we will be getting things started. So I've been monitoring President Trump's public schedule all day today, and at 2 p.m. Eastern time, he was supposed to be signing an executive order, and I thought we would go live, but none of that ever happened. And so now it looks like the next time he's supposed to be live is about 5:10 p.m. Eastern time. He's supposed to be doing some live with the leader of Israel. It's titled, President Trump holds press conference with Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Like I said, about 5:10 is when they're expected on stage. I assume he'll be kind of on time because he has somebody with him. Either way, we'll be covering that later on in the live. We'll be starting off with a video titled, China Announces Measures Against U.S. Firms. Now, I think this has to do with tariffs. But either way, they're aiming at Google for some reason. They think that Google has a monopoly, which our government's gone after Google because of that. But for some reason, China just all of a sudden has an interest in Google. Then we got a video titled, Will Your Future Car Be Powered by Sewage? Apparently there is a group of individuals that are trying to create a sewage-powered car. It's kind of a hydrogen-powered car, but they're using sewage to make it. It's kind of a interesting idea. Then we got a video titled, At Least 10 Dead in Sweden Education Center Shooting. Now, normally we don't cover foreign news, but considering that country's disarmed and they just had a mass shooting incident, I figured we should cover it because liberals think that if we disarm ourselves, everything will just be all better. And this is proof that that's not true. Then we got a video titled, White House Prepares Executive Order to End the Department of Education. Says the Wall Street Journal. We'll see how that goes. It's kind of, actually, I don't know why it says Wall Street Journal. It's a video from President Trump. I don't know why it's worded like that, but either way. Then we got a video titled, this is an interesting video. It's titled, Maga Babes Make America Hot and Healthy Again. Calendar releases and sparks controversy. Now, I don't know why his News Nation decided to interview this guy. They're way too soft for this. He's trying to explain how his MAGA Babes calendar is badass. And whoever the interviewee is for News Nation, he don't like it. He don't like it. I think he wants to see dudes in dresses on his calendar. So, I don't know. He gets bent out of shape and he pretty much ruins the interview. But either way. Then we got a video titled, LAPD declares anti-ICE protest as unlawful assembly. Yesterday there was a bunch of idiots out in the street screaming and crying about mass deportations. It's pretty humorous because they're mad that people are being sent back to Mexico, and in response they're waving Mexico flags. Like, doesn't make any sense. Nothing spicy happened. Police came out and they stood around and did a bunch of nothing. But it didn't amount to anything, and that's why we didn't cover it. Then we got a follow-up video titled, Elon Musk fires back at corrupt Dems protesting outside the U.S. Aid building. It's kind of a follow-up. We covered a couple clips that had to do with U.S. Aid yesterday. We also showed Rat Sack Skin crying his little eyes out in front of the headquarters there. This shows a little bit of that and a few others. It's kind of a highlight reel from what happened yesterday, and also a response from Elon Musk. Then we got a video titled, These are some of the insane priorities that U.S. aid has funded, says Caroline Leavitt, listing a few things. Now, I believe that was from yesterday, but she was also live speaking to the press today, and I don't know why these things are happening. It's like they're catching her in the parking lot or something. But earlier today, there's a video titled, Caroline Leavitt predicts RFK Jr. will be confirmed by GOP senators as HHS secretary. We'll see how it goes. He did get passed on to the next step. He's not confirmed yet, but he was approved. I don't know what he's got to do next, so he's got another hoop to jump through before he's confirmed. Hopefully, Bobby will be confirmed. Then we got another follow-up video. It's titled, New Threat at Southern Border as Cartel Warfare Escalates. Yesterday, we covered that the cartel is starting to use drones, and today we got a video of them using drones to drop explosives. Now, I didn't realize there was multiple cartels in Mexico. We only hear about the one trying to do human trafficking and stuff, but apparently they're using these drones to bomb each other. And so, I don't know, they're making Mexico look like Iraq. Then we got a video titled North Carolina Marines head to Guantanamo Bay to help with housing tens of thousands of border crossers. Then the last little bit of the news we got is Tom Homan vows to prosecute New Jersey governor if border crosser admission is true. People trying to, this governor, I guess, I didn't see the video, but apparently he's really proud of his sanctuary city and he wants to do everything he can to stand in the way of the mass deportations. Well, Tom Homan says, okay, well, you can go to prison if that's how you feel. So we'll see how that turns out. Then, of course, we got two funny videos of the day. The first one's titled Klaus Could Take Him. And then our official funny video of the day is titled Trump Cranians. All of that's coming up next. But first, we're going to read through the chat. See how you hooligans are doing today. What day is it? Is it Taco Tuesday? It is. What is up, everyone, over on jeffmaclive.com. What's up, Dan the Man? What's up, Hair Juicer? What's up, Josh1776? What's up, Snooks? What's up, 10 Man? What's up, Jay Spray? What's up, Zero? What's up, Matt Rogers? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. Appreciate all of you guys being on the website. Hair Juicer, thank you for letting me know. I will check right after the live. And what is up, everyone, over on Rumble? Sawdog, you were first today. I appreciate you racing to the chat, Sawdog. What's up, Mike? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Elder Zoomer? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Mr. B New? What's up, Appeal to Heaven? What's up, Matthew? Happy freedom. Let me see here. What's up, Puff and Stuff? What's up, Mr. Satan? What's up, Kevin? What's up, Tony Rez? What's up, Zupia? What's up, Send? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Sly Dog? What's up, Spicy K? What's your name? What's up, Catch the Smoke? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Paul? Happy freedom to you. What's up, D-Cat? Thank you for joining us. What's up, Wayward? What's up, MC? What's up, Rappy? What's up, Dutton? What's up, Tree Herder? Happy freedom. What's up, Cody? Let me see here. Make sure we get everybody. What's up, Musky Boss? Happy freedom to you. We'll go with Ruby. Happy freedom, Ruby. Thank you for joining us. What's up, Libby Racer? Let me see here. I think we got everybody. Make sure you hooligans hit that thumbs up button over on Rumble and see if you can get us on the front page. And what is up, everyone, over on Kick? What's up, neighbor guy? Happy freedom to you. And what is up, everyone, over on Twitch? Matt Rogers, you are omnipresent. Appreciate you. What's up, Tony Rich? Neighbor guy, you are omnipresent. Appreciate you. And what is up, everyone, over on the communism platform? Mr. Satan, you were first over here. What's up, Toy Mafia? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Ero? Matt Rogers, you are truly omnipresent. Hair Juicer, you are omnipresent. What's up, John S? Happy freedom to you. Let me see here. Sly Dog, you are omnipresent. Appreciate you. A methane carb. Yeah, that's kind of what it sounds like. What's up, Adventures? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Isaiah? What's up, Scott? What's up, Kelly K? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. You guys are welcome to hit that thumbs up button over on the commie platform as well. And what is up, everyone, over on X? What's up, Liberty Sweetheart? Wayward, you're omnipresent. Appreciate you. Let's see. Liberty Sweetheart, did you watch the DeSantis vid? I did, and I talked about it the next day. I did go see what DeSantis was talking about. He's pretty much, he wants to run the show in Florida. And President Trump, the Trump Act, if that goes through in Florida, then DeSantis emergency powers kind of gets revoked because they're in a state of emergency right now. And Ron DeSantis doesn't want to do things Trump's way, so he's vetoing the Trump Act so he can keep things the way he likes it. Either way. Why are you guys dropping penis and vagina in the chat? Because you can. That's the way it is over on the website. Either way, we're going to go ahead and get into things. But first, I want to remind you guys that Friday is Klaus's birthday. I meant to remind you all last week, and there was not a single day where I could remember. I had to put it on the schedule. Friday is Klaus Daniels' birthday. I did put things on the Amazon wish list if you would like to send stuff to him. Hopefully, it'll make it here by Friday if you choose to do so. Either way, just so you know, Klaus Daniels will be a 3-year-old hooligan cat on Friday. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and move forward here. This first video is titled, China Announces Measures Against U.S. Firm. Now, before we get into this, I'm going to remind you guys we have these MAGA hooligan t-shirts. Now, this design was created by Alistair, and Alistair is a badass in just about everything he does. So I will be posting his link in all of the chats for you hooligans to have the opportunity to hire him for your creative needs, because if you think it, he can create it. Now, this design does come in shirts for men, shirts for women, tank tops for men, tank tops for women, pullover hoodies, zipper hoodies, coffee mugs, stickers, dog tags, and we even made cooking aprons out of this design. So I will also be posting the link for the merch store while we're watching this first video.
China on Tuesday announced a wide range of measures targeting US businesses, including Google, as well as farm equipment makers and fashion brand Calvin Klein's owner. The news came minutes after additional US tariffs on Chinese goods took effect. The measures were announced as Beijing also slapped tariffs on some US products such as coal and gas. It was something of a rapid response to the new duties on Chinese goods imposed by Donald Trump and marks escalating trade tensions between the world's two biggest economies. China's Commerce Ministry said it put PVH Corp, the holding company for brands including Calvin Klein and Tommy Hilfiger, and US biotechnology firm Illumina on its unreliable entity list. Companies added to the blacklist can be subject to fines and a range of other sanctions. These include a freeze on trade and revocation of work permits for foreign staff. Separately, China's State Administration of Market Regulation said Google was suspected of violating the country's anti-monopoly law and said it initiated an investigation into the company in accordance with the law. Google products, such as its search engine, are blocked in China, but it works with local partners such as advertisers in the country. Google, PVH and Illumina did not immediately respond to requests for comment outside regular US business hours.
All right, China doing the thing. Like I said, I'm pretty sure this is a response to the tariffs and stuff. It doesn't sound like this is going to hurt us very much. They're going to add fees onto designer clothing that most of us don't even wear. And they're mad at Google. Well, we don't like Google either. So, it is what it is. Either way, we got so much news. We're going to just go ahead and hop into this next one before getting into the chat. This next one's titled, Will Your Future Car Be Powered by Sewage? Like I said, this is a hydrogen car that President Trump has referenced quite a few times during his campaign, although I don't know anything about hydrogen cars. These people are trying to kind of make use of waste, taking things like sewage and trying to turn it into energy for vehicles and stuff. And they got a race car. I can't remember what it says on the race car, but either way, make sure you hit that thumbs up button over on Rumble as well as the GoofTube. And let's go ahead and get into this.
Could a car powered by poop break land speed records? That's the hope of a team of scientists in the UK who are using sewage to power their new prototype race car. Engineers at the University of Warwick have developed this hydrogen-powered race car that runs on sewage. Dr. James Meredith is Chief Engineer for Sustainable Materials at the university.
And we want to try and demonstrate as many sustainable technologies on it as possible, including where we get the hydrogen from. So in this case, we get it from sewage. We have a microbial electrolysis cell, which is actually used for cleaning wastewater. And so when the sewage goes through this process, microbes grown on a carbon fibre substrate will eat the sewage and produce hydrogen during that process.
The initiative, known as Waste to Race, aims to drive sustainability in motor racing. The team says the technologies they're working on could enter the mainstream automotive industry in the next 10 to 15 years.
So the actual microbial electrolysis cell, it isn't like the sort of Back to the Future where you have a little thing on the back of the car you just tip your sewage into. We do the generation of hydrogen off the car. We then produce the hydrogen, compress it. That's then available to fill the tank in the car, and then that hydrogen is burnt in an internal combustion engine in the car.
The vehicle is also constructed with repurposed materials that would have otherwise gone to waste, like cellulose from waste vegetables and recycled carbon fibre.
The battery itself we've recovered from essentially a crashed another car, a road car, which we can, once that battery is sort of reached the end of its life in a road car, we can take the cells out of it and we can run them at a much higher rate in a racing car, so we can get a lot more performance out of the battery.
The project comes at a time when major automotive manufacturers like Alpine, Toyota and BMW are considering hydrogen as a future fuel for racing cars. The scientists behind it hope to prove the technology's viability by attempting to break various land speed records after its slated 2025 completion date.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. You guys seem pretty excited about driving the Poopmobile. That's nice. That's nice. I wonder if the protesters will be crying about this. You know, they're always worried about the environment and all of that, and they produce all kinds of waste just existing, really. So, we'll see. Like I said, I don't know a whole lot about hydrogen cars, and, you know, they didn't say anything about the way that car smells. You know, they didn't mention anything even kind of sort of like that. I seen a hooligan over on Rumble saying something about being in traffic on a hot day. Yeah, I don't know if I want to be stuck in the poop mobile. That's something else. But creative, we'll say that it is creative. Next up, at least 10 people dead in Sweden education center shooting. As we know, Sweden is disarmed, and somebody went up in there with a gun, and there wasn't a single good guy with a gun to do anything about it. So a lot of them ate shit, which is, you know, obviously a terrible thing. But we're going to cover this just so, you know, because there's always the liberals and the people saying that we need to disarm ourselves, we need to forfeit our guns, that guns are big and scary, and we should give them all to the government. But see, we'll end up like Sweden, and we don't want those problems. So either way, that's what's coming up next. But first, we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about the poop mobile, as well as China going after Google and hurting brands, designer brands, as they try to ship their crap to all of us. Reading through. Zero, except for you, where's yours? Oh, I don't know. My name is probably too long on the site. Otherwise, it'd probably be there. I think the verification mark is messing it up. We just got flags over on the website in the chat. So all of us got American flags, but like Muskie Boss and Trick Crazy, they got Canadian flags. Our chat is the best. Our chat on the website is way better than any other platform. Matt Rogers, is it going to power the flux capacitor? It might. It probably ain't going to be spelled the same. I really wonder what it's going to smell like. That's my big thing. It seems to be popped up top of mind. Hair juicer, ass grass, or shit. Nobody rides for free. Mm-hmm. They're going to wait a while before they release this, because you'd see people in the trailer park trying to push a dump right into the right into the back of the car. Like, nah, Billy, that's not how it works. You can't just do that. Tree herder bums at San Francisco peddling turds on the corner, trying to make an extra few doll hairs for your vehicle. Yeah, wouldn't be surprised. Paul, no Taco Tuesday for me. Why is that, Paul? What's up, Joe Lexi? Happy freedom to you. Tree herder now a city bus, on the other hand. Holy, it smelled like a garbage truck. Appeal to Heaven. DeLorean Back to the Future had the same thing. Was it powered by hydrogen? I haven't seen those movies in a long time. They used to drive me crazy when I was a kid. They used to put them on the TV when we'd have, you know, those boring days at school or whatever. So I never really sat down and watched Back to the Future, so I don't know a whole lot about it. I know the references, but I didn't realize it was a hydrogen car. Jolexi, who's screening this shit? I don't know. How do you even sell that idea to other people? You're like, we're going to go play with sewage, but it's for a good cause. And people are like, yeah, let's do that. Not me. Paul, gas is flammable. Hydrogen is explosive. Just saying. Yeah, Paul, that's what President Trump was saying when he was still campaigning. He was talking about the electric cars, saying how the bad things about electric cars. Then he would say Elon makes electric cars and those cars are good. And then he would turn around and talk about hydrogen-powered cars and how people who make hydrogen cars are trying to get in close with Trump, and Trump doesn't want anything to do with it because they're really great until they explode. And that's what he would say, pretty much putting the nail in the coffin for any thoughts of hydrogen cars. That's all I really know about him, though. What's up, H-Bick? Happy freedom to you. Kevin, the handling must be shitty on that thing. I want to see the car go down the street. That's kind of the only thing they didn't show us. They were showing us how the batteries are made and all that stuff. They were showing us that they were using materials from other vehicles and scrap cars and things like that to build it, but they never showed it like actually driving down the street. How fast does it go? You know, what's the consequences of a car accident and things like that? What's up, Real James? Happy freedom to you. An intestinal combustion engine? I mean, that might be it, Real James. Rappy, ew. Mm-hmm. Trigger can of chili in the glove box. That ain't gonna smell like chili, I'll tell you that. Matthew, it'll never pass EU safety laws. Yeah, probably right. Snooks, the poopmobile will be farting down the street. See, I don't want those problems. I don't want that. J-Spray, they used to make a car that ran on air. That's interesting. I haven't seen that. I've heard of cars that ran on water and stuff like that, but I've never heard of a car running on air. What's up, Jay Blazer? Happy freedom to you. Jay Blazer, how's the mileage on that thing? Pretty shitty. Mm-hmm. What's up, Biking Cat? Happy freedom. Biking Cat, hydrogen car. It's just an attention grabber. Hydrogen cars won't work. But if they could get some infrastructure, hydrogen would work in trucking. See, I don't know enough about it. What's up, Phillips? Happy freedom. We're winning every day. What's up, Henry? Happy freedom to you. Henry, Trump just has to get Greenland and we could do batteries because of the resources. Well, that's what we were saying about North Carolina as lithium mines and stuff like that. Maybe that's why President Trump wants Greenland. What's up, Dirtbike Freedom? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Cheeky Chops? Happy freedom to you. Appreciate you, Visions. Happy freedom to you. What's up, Danny? Driving wasted. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I want to know, how fast does it go? How far can you go before you got to refill? And what happens if you have a car accident? And what does it smell like when you're sitting in traffic? I just want to know. We might have a follow-up on this. Let me see here. Looking for something. I feel like Rumble has not been telling me when people join the membership program. I do not have a notification. Either way, thank you so much, Real James, for joining the membership program over on Rumble. And welcome to the family. You're officially a hooligan. And I appreciate you, Real James. Thank you. What's up, MU? Happy freedom. What's up, Pumpkin? Happy freedom to you. Alright, we're going to go ahead and move forward here. This next one, like I said, is a tragedy. It's titled At Least 10 Dead in Sweden Education Center Shooting.
Now to some breaking news.
Hold on a second, lady. I ain't ready yet. Alright, like I said, Sweden's disarmed, and that really screwed them over in this situation. Either way, let's get into this, but make sure you hit that thumbs up button over on Rumble or on the GoofTube. Let's get this rolling.
Now to some breaking international news. At least 10 people are dead after a shooting at an adult education center in Sweden. It happened in the city of Örebro, about 125 miles west of Stockholm. Police believe the shooter acted alone, and it's not clear yet if the gunman was among those killed or hospitalized. Investigators say there are no suspected connections to terrorism at this point.
Okay, really short video. I've actually watched 4 or 5 videos relating to the Sweden shooting thing. And the big problem with it is that there's not enough information. They don't even know where the shooter is. They have no idea. They don't know if he's a part of the dead people. They don't know if he's in custody. They don't know if he's hospitalized. They have no idea what happened to the shooter. I don't know. They don't seem very on top of their game when it comes to this. Now, obviously, they're probably not used to having mass casualty situations with firearms and stuff, considering that they're disarmed. But if there's no good guy with a gun, how do you stop the bad guy with a gun? But liberals trick normies into thinking that if you get rid of your guns, that you won't have gun problems. That's not how it works. If a bad guy shows up with a gun, there has to be a good guy there with a gun, otherwise everybody there is just a victim. And that's it. Throwing stones and calling names ain't going to save you from a firearm. So either way, tragic story there, and their news is lying to them. Their news is withholding information and won't even tell them what's going on. Where's the shooter? The shooter could have just ran away. And then that might be what actually happened, and they don't want to tell the public that. So they're just like, we lost the shooter. He's somewhere. He might be in the hospital. He might be dead. We don't know. We don't know what happened to him, but either way, 10 people died. Like, it's no good. It's no good. This is reasons why we cannot forfeit our firearms. Let's see where we're at here. Next up, White House prepares executive order to end the Department of Education. It's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see what your hooligans think about this event that happened in Sweden. Snooks, I think Sweden is in shock that doesn't happen there. Well, yeah, I'm sure they're in shock. What I don't like is that their government's lying to them about it. You can't tell me that 6 different news companies don't know what happened with the shooter. Like, come on now. That's the whole reason everybody got out of bed today, is because they want to know, as far as the news goes, what happened. And nobody knows what happened to the shooter. The guy just vanished into thin air. No, that's bullshit. They're hiding that person one way or another. They're hiding information about it. What's up, Nefties? Happy freedom to you. Matt Rogers, the Myers-Manx, is that how you say it, had a H2O engine. The government offed him. Yeah. Any kind of renewable energy like that, those people disappear, the government buys the patents, and then you can't recreate it, otherwise you're infringing on patent laws. What's up, Garth? Happy freedom to you. Havana, it doesn't fit the narrative. Yep. That's exactly what it sounds like. It just doesn't make sense. The shooter is the only bad guy in the situation. Nobody knows what happened to him. That doesn't make sense. Happy freedom to you, Havana. Matthew, smells like a fake flag to me. It could be. Appeal to heaven. If guns shoot people, then spoons make people fat and pencils misspell words. Yeah, that's the liberal logic that they sell to the normies. Kevin, they should make cars with pedals like big wheels when we were kids. That would be something. It'd take you a long time to drive across the country. Your legs would be tired. It's like a level up from the Flintstone mobile. Pumpkin, and where's the radio? Yeah, if you're going to be driving the poop mobile, you're going to need some tunes. Paul, gas burns slow, hydrogen burns fast, extremely low octane, danger, danger. Yep. Well, and I wonder if you got in a car accident with a hydrogen car, what is the chance of an explosion happening? Is it really high? Maybe that's why they don't move towards hydrogen. It's been around. The technology's been around for a while. Muskie Boss, my Duramax makes the liberals cry here. Yeah. Appeal to having ghost shooters, CIA. It could be. Dutton must have used a no word, messages not showing up. What were you writing, Dutton? I remember one time I wrote the fuck word in the chat, and my post had disappeared out of the chat. That was probably a year ago or so. It doesn't happen now, but it seems like every once in a while someone will come across a word you can't say on Rumble, but it's not very often. Oh, you decided to come work today? Oh, you good boy. Yeah, you good boy. Appeal to having the solar-powered radio system. I don't know. In Michigan, you wouldn't have radio for like 5-6 months out the year. What's up, Too Old to Care? Happy freedom to you. We have covered so far China being mad at Google and being mad at us over tariffs, the poop mobile, a mass shooting in Sweden, and we're moving on to the White House prepares executive order to end the Department of Education. Kevin, they got plasma engines now. Look up thunderstorm generator. Interesting. I will definitely check that out, Kevin. Jay Blazer, you can only hide for so long. Time's up. Yeah, I wonder if we'll have a follow-up video with the whole Sweden situation, or if they're just not gonna release any information about the shooter. You would think that guy's face, his name, his whole family tree would be on the front page. He went into an unarmed country and started shooting people. You would think that'd be a big deal. Put his face everywhere, his name, everything. Shun his family. Nope, instead he's just missing in action. Nobody knows what happened to him. Hickey James, we are mad about China's tariffs on us. I don't know. From what we covered, they're taxing Tommy Hilfiger and designer brands like that, and then they're mad at Google. Otherwise, they didn't really even say anything that has to do with us. Guess who? Hydrogen-powered Subarus. Let's go. Nah, I like my engine burning oil the way it is. What's up, Sam? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Sage Pup? What's up, Albardo? Happy freedom. Phillips, Ukraine is full of lithium. Trump just claimed it. Well, we'll see. We'll see. It's weird that it seems like every country's got lithium but us. I'm sure we got it, but I think we just want to take everybody else's. As our government does. Just like oil, right? Same way with oil. Alright, hooligans, we're going to move forward. Like I said, this next one's titled, White House Prepares Executive Order to End the Department of Education. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you hooligans really quick, if you would like to participate in Free Speech Saturday, make sure you post all of your memes over on Discord or on jeffmaclive.com. Just hop in the group chats on either platform. You'll see the tabs labeled memes. Drop what you got and we'll shout you out as we're making Saturdays more fun. Let's get this video pulled up here. What time is it? Almost 4. Alright, so I'm going to pull up this live with President Trump. He's not expected to be live for another hour, but just in case there's any changes, I would like to know what is going on. Everything's looking good. Right Side Broadcasting pulled up. Like I said, he's not expected on stage for about an hour or so, but as soon as he does, he'll take priority. But until then, we're going to go ahead and get into this. Like I had said, this is the White House prepares executive order to end the Department of Education. Hit that thumbs up over on Rumble as well as the GoofTube, and let's get this rolling.
And one other thing I'll be doing very early in the administration is closing up the Department of Education in Washington, D.C., and sending all education and education work and needs back to the states. We want them to run the education of our children because they'll do a much better job of it. You can't do worse. We spend more money per pupil by 3 times than any other nation, and yet we're absolutely at the bottom. We're one of the worst. So you can't do worse. We're going to end education coming out of Washington, D.C. We're going to close it up, all those buildings all over the place, and you have people that in many cases hate our children. We're going to send it all back to the states. Thank you very much. And one other thing I'll be doing very early in the administration is closing up the...
All right, President Trump there saying that they're going to end the Department of Education and leave it up to the states. Now, I'm sure the liberals will find a way to be mad about this. It's a little bit like what happened with Roe v. Wade. But normies don't have enough of an education on how government works, and so they don't want to get involved in it. And if they don't get involved in it, how will their state reflect their beliefs? Well, it won't. And so then they'll be just a miserable fuck sitting in the trailer park somewhere, and that'll just be that, living in mom's basement or whatever. So it's probably going to piss people off, but either way, the less federal government we have, the better. The less government in general is better. Like, that's how we become free, but, you know, it's hard to tell crying liberals anything. Next up, we got a pretty humorous video. It's titled MAGA Babes Make America Hot and Healthy Again. Calendar is released and sparks controversy Now, this is News Nation doing this interview, and they are way too soft for this. This guy is pro-America all day. Obviously, he named his calendar Maga Babes. Like I said, this reporter from News Nation, he's trying to jab and interrupt the guy, and he's all bent out of shape. Like I said, I think he's mad. He wanted to probably see dudes in dresses on his calendar, and, well, that's not what Maga Babes are, and so, News Nation crying hard. Either way, it's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about President Trump potentially closing down the Department of Education. Zero, the states need to be in charge of most everything. States know what their kids need more than DC. Yeah. I agree. Matthew, libs love control. Yeah, they do. They have a weird way of looking at it. They think if the government controls everything, then they can stop any bad things from happening to them. But what they don't realize is the government doesn't care if bad stuff happens to you. The government's a business. And liberals are just too stupid to understand. Pumpkin, good job, Mr. President. Now those kids will learn. Yeah, and we need it bad. COVID killed our education system big time. There's like a whole generation of kids that can't read, write, or do math thanks to the lockdowns and everything else, and just the poor education system itself. We got rainbow colored teachers that are out here making kids pledge allegiance to rainbow flags and keeping secrets from parents and trying to help them get hormones and do all kinds of other weird stuff. It's been a nightmare. Havana, my son has ADHD and the school pretty much said that I have to put him on meds. They do that here too. That's why most of my friends were on meds when I was in school. Is they were all classified as ADHD, and all of them were forced to be on medication. And when they took their pills, they would just stand there and drool on themselves, just 1,000-mile stare. I'd be sitting in a class full of zombies because they were all on meds and stuff. The schools are terrible about that, pushing kids to be on. They force them. They force them to be on meds because teachers are too fat and stupid to do anything about controlling kids. Kids are kids. They're gonna act like kids. Like if Klaus Daniel starts meowing and shit, yeah, I can get mad, but I can't stop him from meowing. He's a cat. He's gonna meow. That's how it goes. Teachers don't want to deal with kids being kids, so they suggest that they get dumbed down on drugs. And then you got a classroom full of zombies. Well, you can strut around with all that entitlement and act like you're really doing something, but kids don't really learn when they're brain dead, so it's a tough situation. Schools are really big about pushing meds on kids. Matthew, he's on fire. He is. President Trump just stays on fire. Liberty Racer, Trump warned Sweden and they laughed. Yeah, they ain't laughing now. They're not laughing or looking for the shooter, unfortunately. Appeal to heaven. How long does it take to get Kash Patel in office? I think the confirmations are supposed to happen like today or tomorrow. I want to say it's for Tulsi Gabbard and Bobby Jr. I don't know about Kash Patel. He might be tomorrow. But I think Bobby Jr. and Tulsi Gabbard, I think their confirmation is going to be today. It'll be decided today, I believe. I came across a few videos that were talking about it, and I think that's what's happening. Kash Patel will probably be tomorrow, if not today. Real James, nuclear cars only need fuel every 10 years or so. They'll never give us that. Plus, you got meth heads trying to cut it out of your car with your catalytic converter. You don't want those problems. What's up, David? Happy freedom to you. Dudden, Chris Webby has a song about ADHD called ADHD. I might have heard that, Dudden. I like Chris Webby. He's pretty good. Appeal to heaven, I have ADHD, but didn't have teachers that understood it back in the day. Yeah, I'm dyslexic, so I was in special ed classes with kids that had ADHD, but like I'm saying, they'd be all doped up on drugs and stuff. They don't make a pill for dyslexia. I'm lucky. I could have ended up like my friends, all addicted to drugs and stuff. Paul, use tools for ADHD, not drugs. I have ADHD, got lots of tricks, not a disorder. Yeah, Paul, and that's exactly how I feel. And I talk about that a lot, is that, you know, if there's stuff wrong with me, I don't need to know the labels. I just need to know how to deal with it. Having a label makes you a victim. You walk around and go, here's my labels. I need special treatment. Here's my labels. Treat me special. It's much better to just figure out what's wrong and how to fix it. Of course, there's no permanent fix for these kind of things, but how do you make it through life having a high quality of life, you know? Not walking around telling everybody you're a victim. That's not how it's done. You just figure out the hurdles, how to get over them, and move through life. And when you meet somebody new, you don't have to say, here's my labels. You can just say, hey, I'm normal. And then they're like, great. And then you do life the way you do it, and they do life the way they do it, and nobody has to feel bad about shit. And I think that's how you maintain a high quality of life, you know? They're not going to tell us that in school. They're not going to tell us that on the TV because they want us to be miserable and divided. Zero Tulsi was confirmed today. Vote now in the Senate. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the same thing with Bobby. They're not totally confirmed yet. They got another step to go through. Told to care, learn to deal with it. Yeah, exactly. Learn to deal with it. Neighbor guy. We have lithium, but we don't want mines here. They're very dirty. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't know that, neighbor guy. I figured like oil, you know. We got oil, but we want to use theirs over there. We're not worried about ours. But President Trump, he's going to have his drilling, so it's good stuff. Hey, thanks for being here, Biking Cat. What's up, Master Meatball? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Tony Rich? Close the Board of Education. That'll teach him. Yeah, Master Meatball. Vision's dyslexic and never read a book. Yeah, I can't stand reading either. Reading the chat is making up for all those books I didn't read in school. Visions, kids need to be spanked at home without threats. Yeah, a little discipline goes a long way, but start talking about spanking kids and everybody leans into abuse. It's usually, I don't know. I hate talking about it. I got spanked as a kid. I got haymakers as a kid. And I don't think you should do all that. But I think that discipline is necessary. Patrol, happy freedom to you. They tell all the boys to be on meds. I'm not surprised they make a pill for every problem. What's up, Stephen AZ? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Sanford? Sanford. People just hate Trump. Doesn't matter what he does. Yeah, you're right. Happy freedom to you. They hate him because they're told to hate him. Just the same reason that people don't get on TikTok because they think it's for kids. That's because the news told them that. People are scared of AI. It's because the news told them that. They never went to go look for themselves. They just, news says, and they're like, oh, Orange Man bad. TikTok's for kids. AI big and scary. AR-15s will kill us all. You know, like it's, I don't know. It's ridiculous. Hold on, we got a little something going on here. I don't think we're going to hear anything. This is live right now through Right Side Broadcasting. Obviously, President Trump meeting with Netanyahu there. Oh, we might get a little presser. We're getting a wave. Now, I was expecting these two individuals, right? President Trump and this guy. They're supposed to be live. Apparently, we're not going to get it right now, but like I said, 5:10, and it is 4:24 right now. At 5:10, we're expecting President Trump to get back on camera. It's titled, President Trump Holds Press Conference with Israeli PM Benjamin Netanyahu, right? So we're just waiting on that. They're going to go have themselves a little talky talk, and then I'm assuming they'll come out and talk to all of us, and I got it pulled up right here. So as soon as they come back out, we'll go ahead and put President Trump on the camera. Until then, we'll just go ahead and move forward here. Let me see where we are. Oh, yes, the MAGA babes. This is a pretty good video. It's titled, MAGA Babes, Make America Hot and Healthy Again. The calendar is released and sparks controversy. Now, like I said, it's not enough that this guy's got MAGA babes in his calendar, but News Nation brings this guy out who always looks like he's got pink eye in his left eye. And I don't know if he's butthurt that there's no dudes in dresses in the calendar or what, but he just seems like he doesn't really approve of what's going on here. I think he gets triggered, and I think his feelings get hurt by this other guy. This other guy is, He's pro-Trump all day. He is pro-America big time. But either way, like I said, this is a pretty humorous video. We're going to go ahead and get into this. Make sure everything's set up correctly. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button over on Rumble, as well as the GoofTube. And let's get this rolling.
The pendulum, though, in America swings in odd ways. Take, for example, ultra-right beer's new Maga Babes calendar. The slogan, in case you can't see it, Make America Hot and Healthy Again, featuring conservative women with ultra-right beer and bikinis. Also right in time for Super Bowl. Kat Rosenfeld of the Free Press writes, the raunchy right has triumphed. She writes about the calendar. Its purpose is to disgust its enemies rather than to delight its friends. And so nobody cares if the art is beautiful. They only care if it triggers the libs. With us now, CEO of Ultra Right and founder of 100% woke-free beer company, Seth Weathers. Seth, good to see you. Thank you. Does she have a point? This is about triggering the libs?
I don't think she has a lot of points in that article. It's obviously not a raunchy calendar by any means, and I found it kind of hilarious that she called it that. We're celebrating beautiful women that are being attractive and healthy. And that is something that has been forgotten in America. You've got Sports Illustrated. When I saw Sports Illustrated's swimsuit calendar last year, it's very different than the one in the past. They had morbidly obese individuals, and they're celebrating this.
We agree it's different. We can move on.
Well, no, I mean, why? The thing is, we shouldn't celebrate that. Our country is morbidly obese. We have huge health issues because of this. It's part of the reason the health crisis is what it is in this country, which is a lot of what RFK Jr. is saying.
Okay, so when we think of conservative, though, right, there's this dichotomy. You don't really think of a conservative dad wanting his daughter objectified in this way. Am I onto something?
I don't think these are objectified in any way. This is, far less than you'll see at the average pool party anywhere in America this summer.
I'm sure there's some fathers who wish their daughters didn't go to the pool party, though, right?
I don't know. You might have to speak to some of those fathers, I suppose.
Okay. All right. So how's sales? What's going on?
What the hell? Sales are great. Obviously, a lot of people are thrilled about this. This is our second year that we're doing this. We did it last year. We had a lot of success with that, and doing it again this year. And we're continuing to.
But even the National Review, though, right? Lust, however lucrative, undermines this project. Not all of the right, quote unquote, is happy, right?
There's definitely some people that aren't, but I don't think that the woman that wrote the article is on the right, which I find hilarious. So I don't think that she has a point to make there. As to National Review, I have nothing in common with that organization.
I believe
and never
that.
wish to.
Fair enough. All right, Seth. You've been a good sport. Thanks for coming on with us. We appreciate it.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com.
Okay, they invite this guy on to basically talk shit to him, not let him speak at all. Every time he opens his mouth, he just railroads him big time. He claims that everything he's doing is controversial and basically devalues everything he's doing. Interrupts him one last time, says a whole bunch of thanks, and then cuts off the interview. Stupid. Anyways, they got Maga Babes calendars available, apparently, and they're quite controversial. Said far-right beer and far-right bikinis. What is a far-right bikini? What is that? Where do you even buy that at? What does that look like? If I'm on a beach somewhere, I want to know if I'm looking at a far-right bikini. I'm so stupid. And then he's bringing up what other families worry about. He's like, oh, well, don't you think that those fathers that, or whatever, parents of those women wouldn't want their daughter to be wearing a bikini out in public? And I don't know. He's like, why don't you go ask them? What are you asking me for? Stupid. And then he told him, he's like, you're not going to see anything worse than what you see at a beach or a pool party anywhere. They didn't really have anything to say to that. Like I said, I think that dude was just mad that he didn't make a calendar full of dudes in dresses reading, inappropriate material to children. That's what I think the News Nation guy wanted. He was really looking forward to that, and that didn't come out, so he's butthurt about it. Either way, next up we have LAPD declares anti-ICE protest as unlawful assembly. Those idiots were out in the street pretty much all day yesterday. It amounted to a whole bunch of nothing. So we're going to go ahead and skim through this video in just a moment so you can see what you didn't really miss over in LA. It's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat. See what you hooligans think about these MAGA babes. Snooks, the far right bikini is just the right one. Yeah, I guess. I think a far right bikini is like a bikini for girls and swim trunks for dudes. I think that's a far right swimwear. Astro Hammer, here we are. Here we are again. So many men talk and sound gay anymore. Yeah, I'm not sure where that comes from. I wonder if it's from social media. Because if you see young, well, like if you look at young Canadians and you hear the way they talk, they sound like Americans. If you see Canadians that are over 30, they sound like Bullwinkle. Well, I don't mean it like that, but you know what I mean. They sound like Canadians. And the younger Canadians, they just sound like Americans. The same thing with like Australia or the UK, a lot of places like that where you see young people, like teenagers and stuff, they sound like Americans. And it's because of the internet, because of social media. Everyone talks like they're on TikTok and stuff. And I'm not sure why dudes are so feminine these days, but I see what you're saying. Snooks, you would have been on the calendar? Well, he's saying that your father wouldn't be proud of you if that happened. I don't know who that guy is to say stuff like that. Jay Spray, he did a MAGA Babes calendar before. I wonder if he put out the beer that they were talking about, the far right beer. I wonder if that guy had a hand in that too. Snugs, oh BS, the women look great. Yeah, it didn't seem derogatory or anything like that. It's a lot less than what you see in a rap music video, I'll tell you that. There wasn't a single person twerking in that calendar. Thank you so much, Patriot Dad, for that $5 donation over on Rumble. I really appreciate the support. Thank you, Patriot Dad. It says, Happy Freedom Hooligans. I don't have to be strict with my daughter because I raised her to respect herself. She has my values, but I'm not against MAGA. Conservative women are just hotter. Yeah, Patriot Dad. Well, and that's kind of what that guy was making it sound like. They were out there twerking and stuff. It's like, that's not what was happening at all. Fanatical, happy freedom to you. MAGA Babes, penis not included. That's right. Supia, it's okay to say what you wanted to say. Dudes are acting like bitches these days. You're right. MC, it's hilarious that idiots have a problem with women in bikinis. They got a problem with everything. They're mad if you do it, and they're mad if you don't. Puffin stuff, a hooligan calendar. We've been thinking about it for a couple of years. I don't really know how to get it together. What's up, Pickle Rick? Happy freedom to you. Pickle Rick, I thought far right swimwear is where it's humid and your junk sticks to your leg. It could be. It could be. They act like far right swimwear has Nazi logos all over it or something. I don't know. It's so stupid. What's up, non-woke? Happy freedom to you. Dud, a far right bikini has Trump's hair on the crotch. Thank you for letting me know, Dud. I didn't realize. Appeal to Heaven, the far right bikinis, red, white, and blue. I'm seeing it shouldn't be that way, but I bet that is why they said that. Libby Racer, is Alina Haba Haba in it? I don't think so, but that's how they could have really sold it. What's up, Energy Woman? Happy freedom to you. Paul Klaus calendar. New kitty each month. Well, we'll see. We'll see what we can come up with. 0 high amounts of estrogen in the food causing men to sound gay. It could be. I think it's something that they're learning. I'm still blaming political correctness. That'd be badass, Master Meatball. Hickey James, that dude's gay? They all are gay to me. It just is that way. I don't know what else to say about it. Ain't my fault. What's up, Brian? Happy freedom. What's up, Jules? Happy freedom to you. Brian, I'm ordering some beer and tequila from this guy right now. That's the way to do it. What's up, Miss Gen X? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Wet Blanket? Happy freedom to you. Salty ragu. I'm not sure why you're seeing that. Weird. Jay Spray probably got offended because it showed a woman in the kitchen. That's probably what did it. Oh, Hair Juicer found the far right bikini. We figured it out. We figured it out. That's the far right bikini right there. You know it costs quite a bit there. Gina. Hair Juicer. Yeah. Well, let's see. We got like 20 minutes until President Trump is expected back on stage. So let's see where we are here. Oh yeah, we're going to scroll through yesterday's protest. Everybody was all excited about it, and it amounted to a big ball and nothing. It's titled, LAPD declares anti-ICE protest as unlawful assembly. And like I said, we're not going to sit here and watch this whole 11 minutes of nonsense. We're just going to scroll through it here. And like I said, it really just came down to a bunch of nothing. Nothing. People standing around waving Mexico's flag, which doesn't make any sense at all. They're mad that people would be deported back to Mexico, so these assholes go out there and start waving Mexico's flag. Well, if Mexico's so great, then why are you bent out of shape these people are being sent there? And they're not even all being sent there. There's people from all over the world. So why are they only waving Mexico's flag? It doesn't make any sense. Like I said, we're going to scroll through this really quick and give you guys a peek of what you missed yesterday.
Christy, do we know of any arrests so far?
Yes, America being great again.
I'm sorry, what's that? Do we know of any arrests so far?
So far, we've not seen anyone being arrested. They just appear to be dispersing the crowd, but I've not gotten an update from the LAPD, so I cannot tell you that with any certainty. I have personally, though, not witnessed any arrests.
And Christy, we saw over the weekend that they took over the freeways at some point. It seems like there's a strong effort to keep people off the freeways tonight.
How many people here have heard it?
Yeah, oftentimes they'll do that over loudspeakers and say it repeatedly to try to give people time. We're also looking at the Mexico flag. Christy, I'm curious, what is the ratio we see of Mexican flags compared to maybe American flags out there?
I'm sorry, Alex, I can't hear what you're asking. American passports and their American birth certificates, but they said that they wanted to be here. And you can see police. No. Telling people to leave. Some of them are standing. That is an anti-fascism sign. Another one that says, we stand together, we speak for those.
Photographers, I think, from the LA Times that are there that Christy may have just said hello to.
And also, we're still hearing cars burning rubber.
Okay, so that's pretty much what you missed yesterday. And they did that all the way until it was dark outside, and nothing happened. Nothing happened at all. They blocked this... I don't know if it was an overpass or a tunnel or what it was. They blocked this area off, dividing the protesters, and eventually they all went home. It's just a bunch of over-entitled kids with $1,500 cell phones recording police lines while the police don't arrest anybody and the protesters don't do anything but wave Mexico's flag. That's it. That's all that's going on. There's nothing else. And I didn't want to cover that. I just didn't. A lot of people were like, why aren't we covering this? Because nothing's happening. When we were covering protests, they were burning shit down. People were being pulled out of cars at gunpoint. That's not what that was. That was Los Angeles just being Los Angeles. Anytime any team wins a game over there, these guys do the same exact thing. So nothing. It's more violent, really. If somebody wins, like basketball team wins or a football team wins, somebody might get their hands blown off with fireworks. You'll see someone get smoked by a car while they're doing burnouts in the middle of a crowd. These guys were waving Mexico's flag. That's it. Standing around doing nothing, holding up iPhones. So that's why I didn't cover it. You guys didn't miss much. You really didn't. If it was spicy, then I'd feel a little bad that we didn't cover it. But it never got spicy. It's just a bunch of young people acting like idiots. And a lot of them even talk about, they're like, yeah, my grandma migrated here legally like 40 years ago, and Trump's going to deport her. No, he's not. You're just too damn stupid for your own good. That's what's going on. These people, they're just too stupid for their own good. Next up, we got a follow-up video. It's titled Elon Musk Fires Back at Corrupt Dems Protesting Outside the U.S. Aid Building. Now, we showed a clip yesterday of Jamie Ratsack Skin crying his little eyes out about the U.S. Aid Building being shut down. Now, they're going to show a clip of that, but they're also going to show, I think her name is Omar, the woman that married her brother or whatever. They're going to show a few of these Democrats crying outside. They're also going to show a response from Elon Musk that we didn't capture yesterday, which is why it's today's follow-up video. It's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about those stupid protesters yesterday. Russell, tons of confusion at work over the Trump orders. About what? And happy freedom to you, Russell. Salty Ragu, did you get the live player working? Snooks, they did cuff some protesters in the tunnel last night, got them out, and then let them go. Yeah. Glad you made it home safely, Russell. Salty Ragu, I don't know why that's happening. Salty Ragu, you might have to clear your cache or something. I just refreshed the page and it's working. I'm not sure what's going on. Putin did it? Yeah, it was Putin's fault. Had to be. What's up, Tori? Happy freedom to you. I'll check it out, Zupia. Thank you for letting me know. What's up, High Plains Drifter? Happy freedom to you. Pumpkin, they need lessons on protesting. Well, I mean, it's their constitutional right to protest or whatever, but it's just a really, really dumb cause. I don't know. It's hard to believe that these people are that damn stupid. Like I've said, if you had strangers walk in your front door and go sit down on your couch and go, hey, when's dinner ready? You wouldn't act like everything's all good. You just wouldn't. I don't care who the hell you are. You're not going to be like, oh, yeah, dinner will be ready at 5. Like, that's not how you're going to act. You're going to be like, who the fuck are you? You know? You're going to have a problem with it. These people walked into our country the same way. And these guys are like, oh, let's wave the flag. Let's wave the stupid flag. Like, no, you ain't doing anything. Just being loud and stupid. But like I said, that's just California. They just do that shit over everything. So, I don't know. Sage Pop, I heard it was an unruly crowd at the taco stand. Yeah, I believe that. Too old to care, my ancestor was a caveman. I was hearing about how all of us that are alive are a descendant of someone that survived the bubonic plague. And I've never thought so hard about something in my life. It's got to be true, right? So we're all descendants of it. I don't know. That's why I'm not scared of the plague we got now. DCAT, what do you expect? They're twerking in LA. That's their big riot. Yeah. Happy freedom, DCAT. Paul, female cop, liability, just my opinion. See, and I didn't want to say anything, but that female cop, what does she weigh, 80 pounds? What are you going to do? You know, like, what are you going to do if they start rioting? You ain't going to do anything. You're getting messed up. Like, this ain't the place for some 80-pound, you know, anybody. Doesn't matter if you're a boy or a girl. You're looking like a lightweight. And there's no reason you should be out here in case of riot conditions. What's up, Casey? Casey guy, happy freedom to you. You can protest, but you can't restrict other people's rights. Well, yeah. You can protest, and you can't infringe on anybody else's rights. Wayward, I'd love to see Trump meet with Putin again. I bet we'll see that. I almost guarantee that we will see that in the future. What's up, Boost of Flames? Happy freedom to you. Pickle Rick, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to go ahead and Google it, but I just got the hair that God gave me. Pumpkin, their message is unpopular. You're not wrong. If their message was popular, Heine Harris would be president right now. Russell, confusion over the telework situation and the resignation stuff. Trying to think. I don't think I grabbed the video, but there's people out there telling federal workers that President Trump's buyout suggestion is unconstitutional, or it's illegal or something like that he can't do it. So the suggestion was that federal workers need to speak with their union representatives to figure out what they're supposed to do. And apparently union reps are telling federal workers to not take the buyout because there might be a chance that you think you're going to be good until September, and at some point the payments just stop because it's unconstitutional or it's illegal or he ain't supposed to be doing it or whatever. There was a few videos that I saw that were relating to that, but they weren't really providing a whole lot of information, and that's why I didn't originally add it to the schedule. Here, Juicer, dinner will be ready in 10 seconds. Hope you like Hollow Point salad. Yeah, that's right here, Juicer. Astro Hammer, especially if they burned your couch because they didn't like the dinner you cooked them. Yeah, or they started eating your dog or kidnapping or raping your sister, right? Nobody'd be all good with that. But these idiots in the streets, they don't even fully understand what they're even protesting. What's up, Mary Todd? Happy freedom to you. Now, I am keeping an eye on this live over here. President Trump is expected to walk out in front of cameras in about 20 minutes. And we'll see how it goes. He's got Netanyahu with him, and I don't know anything about that guy or his country or what they do over there. And I know all of you do, and I really don't want to know anything about it because I'm not a part of that nonsense. I don't feel bad about anybody's race or where they're from, their nationality, none of that stuff. I don't care about none of that stuff. I just hope President Trump's having a good time. That's my only feeling about all of it. What's up, Jaguar Cat? Happy freedom to you. Visions. What? It's not posting your comments over on YouTube? Yeah, YouTube's soft. Nah, Cigar, I don't know why you care about people's nationality so much, or their religion. I don't understand why people care about that stuff at all. What's up, Rodney? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Blind Patriot? Happy freedom to you. Can you buy the crap car with Fartcoin? I'm not that up to date on it. I'm not sure. They said the car will be ready sometime later this year. I don't know if you can purchase it with crypto. We'll see. What's up, Peter? Happy freedom to you. Yeah, Visions. I'm saying you should come over to Rumble. YouTube sucks. We're just over there to fish in their pond. Pickle Rick, rest in peace, Jeff Dreads. I still got them. They're in a bag. I just can't grow them anymore. Zupia, I wouldn't doubt that they're late today. Netanyahu was supposed to be at the White House by 4 and didn't show up till 4:30. Yeah, Zupia. You're probably right, and I expect them to be a little bit late. No. There was some woman. Looked like she was yelling at the Marine at the door. We'll see. Anyways, we'll go ahead and move forward here. Alright, like I said, this next one's a follow-up video. It's titled Elon Musk Fires Back at Corrupt Dems Protesting Outside the U.S. Aid Building. Now, U.S. Aid was shut down yesterday by Doge, and it was in agreement with President Trump. And of course, all the Democrats, they started losing their marbles. They were protesting out front, and we covered a clip of it yesterday. We had a couple more clips that will pop up in this video today, and then we also get a response from Elon Musk based on the whole situation. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you hooligans really quick, if you would like to join the membership program over on Rumble, all you have to do is click that big red subscribe button right below where you type in the chat. Now, if you're on Android and using the Rumble app, you're unable to see that big red subscribe button. So you got to go to rumble.com, come to the live, hop in the chat, and like I said, right below where you type in the chat, you will see that big red subscribe button. Click that button and jump through the hoops, and your name will be highlighted as an official Rumble hooligan. You'll have access to our custom emojis. We have chapstick emojis, screaming goat emojis, Klaus Daniels emojis, President Trump emojis, and more. It's a lot of fun during the live, especially during a Trump live. So definitely go join the membership program over on Rumble. Let's get this follow-up video pulled up here.
I want you to listen.
All right, like I said, this is titled Musk Fires Back at Corrupt Dems Protesting Outside the U.S. Aid Building. Hit that thumbs up over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get this rolling.
Listen to what Democrats had to say about the administration shutting down U.S. aid. Watch this.
This is a corrupt abuse of power that is going on.
This illegal, unconstitutional interference with congressional power is threatening lives all over the world.
This is a constitutional crisis that we are in today. Let's call it what it is.
We talked about Trump wanting to be a dictator on day one, and here we are. This is what the beginning of dictatorship looks like.
Elon Musk responded on X saying the corrupt politicians protesting outside the U.S. aid building are the ones getting money from U.S. aid. That's why they're there. They want your stolen tax dollars. Come on in, Ben Domenech. Why are Democrats keen on saving this agency?
Well, Stuart, the thing that is the problem with USAID, and this has been true for decades now, is that they don't like the United States part of USAID. This is a point that Marco Rubio made eloquently just yesterday. And this is something that has always been a very frustrating aspect of the way that they behave. They throw money in all these different directions overseas toward projects that would never get approved if they actually had to go through a traditional congressional review process. And the idea that we are in a constitutional crisis over something like this is absolutely laughable. USAID was created, obviously, by an executive order by President Kennedy back in the day. This is something that should absolutely be folded into and part of the tools used underneath the Department of State. And that's why I think that what is happening right now is a healthy dynamic, saying these are things that should not be just, the ways for bureaucrats to spend money willy-nilly in accordance with woke or DEI political agendas. It should be something that is actually, decided and determined by people who've been approved by the Congress to lead the cabinet of the executive branch. And that's something that I hope we get to eventually.
Musk is surely making waves, isn't he? Ben Domenech, thanks for joining us this morning. Great day. Thank you, sir.
Good to be with you.
All right, a little bit more information on the U.S. aid, as well as those Democrats out there screaming and crying their little eyes out. It's good stuff. Next up, we have, let me see here, Caroline Leavitt. And we might play these videos back to back. This first one's titled, These are some of the insane priorities U.S. aid has funded, says Caroline Leavitt. This is from yesterday. And they talk about what some of that money's gone to. Then today, she was also stopped outside of the White House by reporters. And I don't know if this is why they're not doing press briefings or what, but it's like she's doing press briefings in the front yard. Earlier today, Caroline Leavitt predicts RFK Jr. will be confirmed by GOP senators as HHS secretary. Like I said, we might play those back to back. We'll see. But either way, we're going to hop in the chat and see what you hooligans think about that follow-up video with U.S. aid. Thank you so much, Cheddar Steve, for joining the membership program over on Rumble. And welcome to the family. You're officially a hooligan. And I appreciate you, Cheddar Steve. Thank you so much. Reading through. Russell, it's USAID. It's not USAID. It was so much easier to say USAID. Well, either way, it's nothing now. Pickle Rick, oh yeah, you floored me. What does it say? You flute? I don't know what this says. Flood me up like paper, you dyslexic. Yeah. Oh, hold on. We got something going on over here.
You hear from the Israeli side.
They will never give me a Nobel Peace Prize.
What would happen? What would happen if the Israeli
I deserve it, but they will never give it to me.
What would happen, sir? What would happen
to go forward? What needs to happen for normalization in Saudi Arabia?
Well, we're going to see, and we're dealing with a lot of people, and we have steps to go yet, as you know. And maybe those steps go forward, and maybe they don't. We're dealing with a very complex group of people, situation and people. But we have the right man. We have the right leader of Israel. He's done a great job, and we've been friends for a long time, and we do a great job also. And I think we have a combination that's very unbeatable, actually.
Can I ask what would happen, Mr. President? What would happen if you hear?
Wait a minute. Wait. Where's that person? Where's that person coming from? Come on, go. You go.
What would happen if you'll hear from the Israeli side today that they're not willing to go through with the deal to get all the hostages back home and finish the war?
We'll see what happens. Whatever happens, we'll be prepared to handle the situation.
Are the Saudis demanding a Palestinian state?
Mr. President.
No.
Are the Saudis demanding a Palestinian state?
No, they're not. No.
Are they demanding a path towards a Palestinian state or any other recognition?
Everybody's demanding one thing. You know what it is? Peace. We want peace. We want people to stop being killed. But everybody's demanding one thing. Very simple, peace. And he wants peace also.
Mr. President, do you think it's politically possible in Israel to get this deal done until the end?
To get the deal done?
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, is it politically
Why wouldn't a deal get done? A deal can get done. We'll see what happens. We're dealing with very complicated people. But a deal can absolutely get done.
Mr. President, has supported an Israeli strike on Iran?
We'll see what happens.
President Trump, I want from Prime Minister Netanyahu. We have heard Joe Biden and Donald Trump take credit for the hostage and ceasefire deal. Who do you think deserves more credit?
I think President Trump added great force and powerful leadership to this effort. I appreciate it. He sent a very good emissary. He's helped it along. And, I'll just tell you, I'm happy that they're here. And I'm sure the president is happy that they're here. And I would think that's about enough.
Mr. Prime Minister, what about Elizabeth Surkov, the Israeli hostage held in Iraq?
What about the Israeli press taking a press conference in Israel and not in Washington?
We would love to take a press conference to interview Prime Minister Netanyahu. A few more questions. Prime Minister Netanyahu, do you support going forward with this deal and getting all the hostages out?
I support getting all the hostages out and meeting all our war goals that include destroying Hamas's military and governing capabilities and making sure that Gaza never poses a threat to Israel again.
Are you willing?
All three.
Are you willing
to agree? Are you willing to go together?
Are you willing
Can you
to
promise to the families that you do everything to get the hostages out?
I think that I should talk to President Trump. Okay.
I'll ask. Do you agree with Trump's vision of getting all the hostages back home, even if it means to end the war?
Well, I'm not sure that you articulated correctly what the president's vision is. You can ask, he can speak for himself. He does that very, very well. I have my own views, 3 goals, not 1, not 2, 3 goals, and I will meet all 3 goals. I think the president can help enormously. He brings fresh thinking. Fresh thinking.
Terrorists who murdered hundreds of people who listed their home as the part of the deal.
It's a horrible thing. We can't forget it. I'll never forget it, and you can't forget it. And some people want to put it out of their memory, but we're not going to ever let that happen. It was a horrible day, October 7th. That was a horrible period of time. And a lot of people like to pretend it didn't happen. It happened. It's a big group of people that like to pretend it didn't happen, like the Holocaust didn't happen. Same mindset. And now we're going to get this thing wrapped up, and we're going to get it done. We're also dealing, I think, very successfully with Russia, Ukraine. We're going to hopefully get that one done at some point in the not too distant future. That's a complex problem also, but we solve problems. When I left, we had no problem. There was no Ukraine and Russia fighting. There was no October 7th. There was nothing, and some very poor leadership led to a lot of problems and a lot of death. And it's a shame, but we'll put it out. We'll put out the fires. We have a lot of fires, but we'll put them out.
Mr. President, why do you still support the Palestinian state, like the peace plan you presented in January 2020? Is this plan still on the table?
Well, a lot of plans change with time, and a lot of death has occurred since I left and now came back. This death occurred not while I was here, but while somebody else was here. It shouldn't have happened. They shouldn't have allowed it to happen. It would have never happened, and that includes Russia, Ukraine would have never happened. Not even a little bit, not even a chance. But now we are faced with a situation that's different, in some ways better and in some ways worse. But we're faced with a very complex and difficult situation, but we'll solve the problem.
Mr. President, the refugees you get from Gaza, out of Gaza, if not Jordan, Egypt, what other countries you think might accept Palestinians from Gaza?
Well, I think Jordan and Egypt will. I know they've spoken about it with you, and they say they're not going to accept. I say they will. But I think other countries will accept also. I think that Gaza maybe is a demolition site right now. If you look at Gaza, there's hardly a building standing, and the ones that are going to collapse. You can't live in Gaza right now, and I think we need another location. I think it should be a location that's going to make people happy. You look over the decades, it's all death in Gaza. This has been happening for years. It's all death. If we can get a beautiful area to resettle people permanently in nice homes and where they can be happy and not be shot, not be killed, not be knifed to death like what's happening in Gaza. And right now you have in Gaza a very dangerous situation in terms of explosives all over the place, in terms of tunnels that nobody knows who's in the tunnel. The whole thing is a mess. And I think that if we can resettle, and I believe we can do it in areas where the leaders currently say no. I mean, I've been saying that with Mexico, having to do with the border and all of the things, and you saw what happened, 10,000 soldiers, and they're going to do a good job. I really believe that, and I believe Canada's going to do a good job also. They said the same thing, and then they did something much different than what you were hearing. This is a very, very difficult situation, but we're going to get it solved. I don't think people should be going back to Gaza. I think that Gaza has been very unlucky for them. They've lived like hell. They lived like you're living in hell. Gaza is not a place for people to be living. And the only reason they want to go back, and I believe this strongly, is because they have no alternative. What's the alternative? Go where? There's no other alternative. If they had an alternative, they'd much rather not go back to Gaza and live in a beautiful alternative that's safe.
Would Palestinians have the right to return to Gaza if they left while the rebuilding was happening?
It would be my hope that we could do something really nice, really good, where they wouldn't want to return. Why would they want to return? The place has been hell. It's been one of the meanest, toughest places on earth. And right now, I've seen every picture from every angle, better than if I were there. and nobody can live there. You can't live there.
And
So if we can build them through massive amounts of money supplied by other people, very rich nations, and they're willing to supply it. If we can build something for them in one of the countries, and it could be Jordan, and it could be Egypt, it could be other countries, and you could build 4 or 5 or 6 areas. It doesn't have to be one area, but you take certain areas and you build really good quality housing, like a beautiful town, like someplace where they can live and not die. Because Gaza is a guarantee that they're going to end up dying. The same thing's going to happen again. It's happened over and over again, and it's going to happen again as sure as you're standing there, Peter. So I hope that we could do something where they wouldn't want to go back. Who would want to go back? They've experienced nothing but death and destruction.
And
Who would want
Egypt and Jordan tell you no, what will you do then?
Well, I don't think they're going to tell me no. I don't think they're going to tell me. I think they're going to tell Biden no, and I think they're going to tell other people no.
So you think it will happen at the end?
I think there's a good chance. Yeah.
How
I'd like
many
to see it
people are you thinking about?
All of them. I mean, we're talking
All of
about
them.
probably 1.7 million people, 1.7 million, maybe 1.8 million. But I think all of them. I think they'll be resettled in areas where they can live a beautiful life and not be worried about dying every day.
Wait.
Mr. President,
Yeah.
do you support building settlements, Jewish settlements back in Gaza in the next years?
Say it.
Building settlements, Jewish settlements back in Gaza in the next year. Do you support this idea?
I don't see it happening. It's too dangerous for people. Nobody can go there. It's too dangerous. Nobody wants to be there. Warriors don't want to be there. Soldiers don't want to be there. How can you have people go back? You're saying go back into Gaza now? The same thing's going to happen. It'll only be death. The best way to do it is you go out and you get beautiful, open areas with the sunlight coming through, and you build something nice. And they are not going to want to. They are not going to want to go back to Gaza.
Prime Minister Netanyahu, what is your message to the families of the hostages that look at this deal, that are worried that this deal won't go through? What do you say to them in this moment?
Same message I said from the beginning of the war. We'll get them out, get them back. We got over 70%, close to 75% of the people who everybody believed will not get out. We got them in successive deals, and most recently with the help of President Trump. We're not going to give up on any of them, and we're not going to give up on our other war aims. Hamas is not going to be in Gaza, and we're going to get everyone back.
And you would not have.
Prime Minister, how optimistic are you about reaching phase 2 of the ceasefire? How optimistic are you about that happening?
Well, we're going to try. That's one of the reasons, one of the things we're going to talk about here. And if we, you know, when Israel and the United States work together, and President Trump and I work together, you know, the chances go up a lot. It's when we don't work together, Israel and the United States don't work together, that creates problems. When the other side sees daylight between us, and occasionally in the last few years, to put it mildly, they saw daylight, then it's more difficult. When we cooperate, chances are good.
Once and for all?
Say it.
Now that Iran is so weak, isn't it the right time to hit their nuclear facilities once and for all?
So you say Iran is so weak. I appreciate you saying that. They're not weak. They're very strong right now, and we're not going to allow them to have a nuclear weapon. It's very simple. You know, I signed a very strong proclamation. Iran was in big trouble when I left. They were broke. They didn't have money for Hamas. They didn't have any money for Hezbollah. You had no problem. October 7th could have never happened. When I left, October 7th could have never happened. And frankly, Russia and Ukraine, as I said, could never have happened. They became very strong, very fast. They sold massive amounts of oil to China and everybody else who would not buy the oil when I was president, because we said, don't buy the oil. And they became very rich very quickly. But they're not weak. They're not weak. They're strong. Doesn't mean they won't be weak, but you know what? We just don't want them to have a nuclear weapon. They can't have a nuclear weapon.
The Prime Minister, sorry, Mr. President, the Prime Minister wants you to strike Iran. That's what he wants.
You don't know what he wants. What do you know about anything? Go ahead.
But is that option on the table?
Yes, please.
President Trump, is that option on the table?
You're not just talking about Jordan. No, could be other places too. There are many people that have reached out, many countries, many leaders of countries that have reached out that would like to participate in that. Doesn't have to be Jordan and Egypt, but I think it would be also them.
And Mr. President, your relationship with Mr. Netanyahu knew ups and downs. How would you describe it?
No, I think it's mostly ups.
Mr. President, what about the Palestinian Authority? Should we rule Gaza because Gaza will be empty?
What?
The Palestinian Authority, can it rule Gaza? What do you think?
Well, it's had a pretty hard time, wouldn't you say? I'd say it's had a pretty bad time of it.
Mr. President, Qatar has you've criticized in the past as a funder of terrorism, so as the Prime Minister, do you think they're part of the solution or part of a problem moving forward?
I think they're trying to help. Qatar is absolutely trying to help. I know them very well, and they're doing everything they can. Very tough situation, but they're absolutely trying to help. Okay, thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. Thank you.
Press, let's go. Come on, guys. Thank you. Have a great day. Thank you, guys. See you soon.
Right this way. Thank you, press.
Oh, JD Vance is there.
All right, so a beautiful shot there in the Oval Office.
All right, reporters barking at President Trump as well as Israel's prime minister there. I'm seeing everybody fighting with each other over opinions of foreign countries. I don't participate in that. I don't feel any kind of way about Netanyahu or any of these other people. I'm seeing what President Trump's doing. That's it. I don't know anything about Netanyahu or any of the stuff they're talking about. Like I said, as long as President Trump's having a good time, that's all I care about, because I don't know anything about nothing when it has to do with that stuff. Either way, next up we got two videos about Caroline Leavitt. First one is titled Caroline Leavitt Predicts, or actually, first one is these are some of the insane priorities USAID has funded, and then the next video is Caroline Leavitt predicts RFK Jr. will be confirmed by GOP senators as HHS secretary. Both those are coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about President Trump being live there just a moment ago. Here, Juicer, definitely heard a protester's bullhorn. Yeah, here, Juicer, that's what I think I was hearing too. Zero, it's like that everywhere. People are just fine and the leadership is corrupt. Yeah, that's what I think too. Fresca Bean, happy freedom to you. I don't know how press can still bash Trump like he's dumb after being in a room with Biden for 4 years, barely able to talk or any unscripted questions. Yeah, Fresca Bean. Well, and I think that's why President Trump was calling on Peter Doocy like by name, because Peter Doocy, he knows. He's been there since Inauguration Day. These other guys, yeah, they still act like Orange Man's bad. Zupia, I'm sure the White House is a pretty damn safe place, but I really still don't like Trump and Vance in the same place at the same time. Yeah, I'm sure they have, you know, Secret Service and all that all over it. I didn't even realize JD Vance was there until after they told press to leave. Told to care, lovely Leavitt. Yeah, she's a badass. Tree herder, fuck all those places and people. Well, tree herder, I wasn't necessarily saying that, but I mean, what happens in their life has nothing to do with me. And so, you know, we're just covering what's live. I don't have an opinion about Jewish people or Israel or whatever's whatever. Cody, I know every world leader is watching all of Trump's postings. Oh, I'm sure. I am sure they are keeping an eye on President Trump. He's shaking up things here, and it's only a matter of time before he's shaking up things all over the world. What's up, Decimal Threat? Happy freedom to you. tree hugger people on here talking like they've been there. Yeah, I know. And people feel really strong about all this stuff, but I don't. Thank you so much, Patriot Dad, for that $5 donation over on Rumble. I appreciate you, Patriot Dad. Thank you so much for the support. It says, Hooligans' lives matter. I need a Dr. Bean losing the blood flow to my brain because of this Patriot boner winning. Very nice, Patriot Dad. Thank you. Wayward. They take my tax dollars. I just want to know why. Well, that's true. I've been wondering for a long time what Ukraine's been doing with all of our tax dollars, but they're just putting them in their pocket. Astro Hammer, the third video is Jeff Mack showing us the Leavitt 2025 calendar that he bought. Well, I could only show you guys over on the website. You know, I couldn't show everybody. You got to pay extra for the kind of calendar I got. Snooks, I love seeing Trump and Vance together. I get a happy heart. Yeah, like I said, I didn't even realize Vance was there until the very end. What's up, Shanti? Happy freedom to you. What's up, City Prepper? Happy freedom to you. Cosmic Scroll, did the RFK vote go through? I mean, I don't think he's confirmed yet. He's got to go before the Senate or something like that. He jumped through the first hurdle, but he has to make it through this next one before he's officially confirmed. What's up, Slenderella? Happy freedom to you. Cosmic Squirrel, it's crazy anyone is pretending that the government isn't bloated and corrupt. Yeah, normies are the ones who don't think that. What's up, Tim? Happy freedom to you. Pickle Rick, I'm not concerned about Hamas as much as I'm concerned about hummus. I don't have anything to do with either of them. That's fine. That's totally fine. Go ahead and move forward here. Let me see. I think we might play these back to back. This first one's titled, "These are some of the insane priorities USAID has funded," says Caroline Leavitt. As I mentioned earlier, this video is from yesterday. And as you can see, they stopped her outside. Now, I believe she's just outside of the White House. And they did the same exact thing today. They like caught her in the parking lot or something. And I don't know if this is why we're not having press briefings, but either way, getting through this first video here, it's titled, "These are some of the insane priorities that USAID has funded."
Karen. Do you know if Mr. Musk took the same oath that you and other senior advisors to the president took about adhering to the Constitution, following the law? Do you know if he took that oath?
I don't know the answer to that question, but like I told Caitlin, I can get back to you guys on that.
And do you know what expertise he has in the areas of global health or humanitarian aid to be able to assess what's happening at USAID?
Well, first of all, Elon Musk is a once-in-a-generation business leader. He is an entrepreneur. He serves as a great ally and a friend to the president. And I think Elon Musk also has a little bit of common sense. And I think the American people really appreciate that when it comes to the federal government, because it seems like all common sense has been lost in this city. And that's what you see when you look at USAID. I know Secretary Rubio made some comments about how he will be acting as the director over that agency. And here's the reason why Elon Musk and others have been taking a look. Because if you look at the waste and abuse that has run through USAID over the past several years, these are some of the insane priorities that organization has been spending money on. $1.5 million to advance DEI in Serbia's workplaces, $70,000 for a production of a DEI musical in Ireland, $47,000 for a transgender opera in Colombia, $32,000 for a transgender comic book in Peru. I don't know about you, but as an American taxpayer, I don't want my dollars going towards this crap, and I know the American people don't either, and that's exactly what Elon Musk has been tasked by President Trump to do, to get the fraud, waste, and abuse out of our federal government.
All right, Caroline Leavitt from yesterday. letting us know how she really feels, bringing out the receipts and stuff from all the crap that USAID is wasting our money on. Now, we're going to get right into this next one. It's Caroline Leavitt again. And this is from earlier today. It's titled, Caroline Leavitt predicts RFK Jr. will be confirmed by GOP senators as HHS secretary. Let me get this pulled up really quick.
Media is reporting that.
And I don't know why they keep stopping her in the yard. Like, why are we not having press briefings? I don't get that. Either way, hit the like button over on Rumble as well as the GoofTube. And let's get this rolling.
Media is reporting that the president is expected to watch a documentary of Hamas's October 7th tragedies, and that Steve Witkoff has actually recommended he watch that before he meets with Prime Minister Netanyahu. Do you know if he's seen that documentary?
I have not heard that report, nor have I been made aware if the president has seen that or not, but I can check. And as for Mr. Witkoff, I think you'll be hearing from him out here today. We're going to try to make him available to talk to the press.
Great. And also, just about China and the tariffs. One, is there any update on when the president is expected to speak with President Xi, and also any reaction to their, 10 to 15% tariffs that they now imposed in retaliation?
I don't have any updates on when that call will take place. As you heard from the president yesterday, it is being scheduled and will happen very soon. But the president made it very clear with the 10% tariff on China that he is not going to allow China to continue to source and distribute deadly fentanyl into our country. That was the reason for this tariff. It was a retaliatory tariff on China for the last 4 years of their unprecedented distribution of fentanyl into our nation's borders. So when that call happens, we will provide a readout like we always do.
And also, go ahead.
What do you expect from Netanyahu's visit? Why isn't the president confident that the truth will hold?
Well, I think you'll hear more from both President Trump and the Prime Minister later this afternoon. And I think the fact that this is the first working visit from a foreign leader here at the White House shows that President Trump will continue to stand strongly with Israel, and he is wholeheartedly committed to ensuring all of the hostages return home and standing with our Israeli allies. Thank you, guys.
RFK Jr. faces a critical vote today. Do you have any, how are you guys feeling about his vote, his confidence?
We expect him to be confirmed, and he should be. He's brilliant, he's widely respected, and the president campaigned alongside him, Make America Healthy Again. That is a very popular slogan, and it's a very popular movement in this country, and there's tens of millions of Americans who are hopeful that RFK Jr. will be the next HHS secretary, and we expect all Senate Republicans to stand tough and strong and vote for him.
What can we expect from Trump in China today?
Caroline Leavitt outside of the White House earlier today being stopped by reporters. I feel like if they had press briefings, they wouldn't do that. I don't know. I'm tired of chasing the press briefings. They need to fix the live event page over on the White House website so we don't have to guess when everything is happening. Either way, we got a follow-up video coming up next. It's titled New Threat at Southern Border as Cartel Warfare Escalates. Now, this is a follow-up video because yesterday we covered that the cartel at the southern border is starting to use drones. They're weaponizing drones to use against Border Patrol and apparently even other cartels. That's what today's video is about. It's coming up next, but before we get into that, we're going to read through the chat really quick, see what you hooligans think about Caroline Leavitt, the video from yesterday as well as from today. Thank you so much, Slenderella, for that PayPal. I really appreciate the support. Thank you. Hair juicer. Bitch, I ain't even clocked in yet. Yeah, for real. That's what I'm saying. They're catching her in the parking lot. I don't know why they're doing that. Let's see. Astral Hammer. I'm surprised companies don't change their names like Transamerica and Transatlantic. They might. They might. They did all that branding for 4 years, and President Trump came in and wrote it all away. Russell, make trans... I shouldn't say all this stuff. Make shape-shifting gender operas great again. It would take a lot. They ain't never been great, so it would take a lot of work. Jay Spray using our money to push the communist agenda. Absolutely. That's exactly what's going on. Snooks, we need a hooligan man calendar, and you have to be on it. Apron only. As far as I know, I'm the only one participating in any of the hooligan calendars. We'll have to figure that out. There's been demand for hooligan calendars a long time. Me and Klaus Daniels, I guess. Pickle Rick, breast briefings are better than press briefings unless they're pressed breast briefings. You say that until you find out it's a dude with tits. Then it all goes out the window. Matthew, she's on fire. I know, I should have hit the button. I see you guys are fond of Caroline Leavitt. Told the care dragging their feet with confirmations. Yeah, they are, because they don't want to confirm these guys, but I think they're going to have to. Pickle Rick, no, not the dude moves. Yeah, sometimes it happens like that. Patriot Dad, I'd do 50 push-ups and then do a calendar. All right, Patriot Dad, you're the first one to sign up with me. Astro Hammer Snooks wants it to be a pop-up calendar. No, we can't do all that. Wayward, she's a nice young lady, if I must say. That's basically what everyone's saying it. They're saying that in colorful ways. We'll word it like that. What's a plague, Doctor? Happy freedom to you. Scott, the cartel won't go away quietly. No, they want to be erased off the planet, but it's their choice. The red lipstick movement. I don't know what that is. What's up, Alex King? Happy freedom to you. I kind of want to Google that, but I kind of scared of what'll pop up. Hair Juice, are you going to join the calendar too? Hell yeah, we're getting a team together. You Hooligans crack me up. Well, let's see what we got here. Oh yes, moving down to the border. It's titled, this is a follow-up video. It's titled, New Threat at Southern Border as Cartel Warfare Escalates. Now this is some more cartel drone stuff going on. They gotta keep that drone fear going, and now the cartel's got drones. Cartel's fighting other cartels with drones. It's cartel drone inception going on. Either way, hit the thumbs up over on Rumble as well as GoofTube, and let's get into this.
All right, now to a violent new threat at our southern border. Cartels employing new tech to target their rivals as well as border agents. They're using weaponized explosive drones as bombs, dropping them on rival cartels. And News Nation obtaining some new video which shows these drones in action. And it comes amid escalating threats of violence against Border Patrol and U.S. law enforcement. Correspondent Allie Bradley live for us at the border in Del Rio, Texas. So, Allie, what is the mood like where you are?
Yeah, hey, Nicole. So to be fully honest here, the energy is a little bit unsettled down at the border lately. Those threats are actually ramping up that energy down here. And I want to be fully honest with our viewers, because I've been down here for nearly 4 years, and not once was I really concerned for my safety. But I actually just got protective gear from our network because things are getting a little unprecedented down here. The cartel is operating in ways that we have not seen before. They're desperate. They're a $13 billion a year industry moving people in the country. And we got new numbers showing the encounter numbers have plummeted. So they're not able to make that money. So they're getting desperate. So we got our hands on some video that shows these drones, these weaponized drones that the cartel is now threatening U.S. Border Patrol and U.S. law enforcement with. That video showing the cartel quite literally dropping a bomb on what is believed to be a rival cartel down there. You see that bomb literally explode, being dropped from a drone. This almost looks like a video game, watching this really play out in action. Now, Right now, we believe this is a cartel on cartel situation that is about 4 hours south of the Rio Grande Valley on the Mexico side of things. Some reporting claim that these might be Mexican government officials involved in this too, but we have not seen any casualties reported out of the Mexican side of their government. But it is a very clear example of the real threats that are just across the U.S. southern border. So agents right now are telling me that, yeah, they've always faced threats from Mexico, but the violence is escalating with these bomb-wielding drones, and the agency is taking it seriously enough to prompt these warnings about them. Now, we did report last week about these weaponized drones after an alert went out in the Rio Grande Valley sector here in Texas. That reporting prompted this, what you're looking at right now. That memo went out agency-wide following our reports. And Texas DPS Lieutenant Chris Olivares told Blake Berman on the Hill that this latest warning really shows what these criminal organizations have access to.
Now with these drones that have the capabilities of actually dropping explosives, it really shows how much more these cartels have evolved, and the threat level has increased even more so now. It's not just between rival cartels and the military in Mexico, it's also threats against law enforcement. Anytime there's a credible source or credible threat made towards law enforcement from the cartels, we take that very serious, especially when we talk about weaponized drones, how close that we work so close to the border and the close proximity to these cartels, and how we actually come across these cartels on a daily basis by working so close to the border. It's a really volatile situation.
Now, Nicole, this all comes as we actually reported back in August on the other side of Arizona, the Sinaloa cartel was battling using these weaponized drones against each other. Now, of course, it wasn't spilling over to the U.S. side, but cause for concern for sure. Now, when I talk to agents, they say at this point, Nicole, they need the military to come in and really be a force here against Mexico and against these cartel members in order to get a hold on this. Of course, this comes as there were reports that a U.S. plane went into Mexican airspace after Pete Hegseth, the new Department of Defense Secretary, was down there, saying all options are on the table in combating the cartel, Nicole.
Absolutely. Well, Allie, please stay safe down there. All right, Allie. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Go to join.
All right. Cartel going after other cartels using their weaponized drones. It's weird because drones been out for a long time. Drones aren't new. They're not even kind of new. I don't know why all of a sudden we have all this drone fear going on. There's drones over near New Jersey that we never got any answers about. Well, we got sort of an answer saying that everybody who was flying drones was allowed to do it, and that's kind of all they said. But it caused mass hysteria and all of that, and now we got the cartels got drones. Like, I don't know. Keeping that drone fear going, it's silly. Next up, we got North Carolina Marines head to Guantanamo Bay to help with housing tens of thousands of border crossers. President Trump said he was going to open up Guantanamo Bay, and that's exactly what's going on. Got the troops heading out from North Carolina. It's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about Cartel and their drone wars they got going on. Snooks, okay. I'm going to look really quick, but I don't know what I'm looking at, and, well, it looks provocative the way that you said it in the chat. Oh. It's not what I thought it was. Let me see.
No one. It's not in the Constitution.
Why is YouTube not functioning all of a sudden? There we go. Rally against Elon Musk and Department of Doge. Okay, we'll show just a couple seconds of this. Apparently this is happening in DC right now. It's titled Rally Against Elon Musk and Department of Government Efficiency. I don't know who this guy is, but he's leading the chants here. Everybody's got the liberal glasses on. There's that woman on the left. I can't think of her name, but she's always doing calls to action and stuff. I don't know. Democrats are real mad. They're having a hard time coping with everything going on. I'll leave this pulled up. If anything worth looking at happens, we'll go ahead and put that on the screen. But until then, we're going to go ahead and move forward here. Like I said, this next one is North Carolina Marines head to Guantanamo Bay to help with housing tens of thousands of border crossers. But before we get into this, we're going to read through all the chats. See what you hooligans think about the cartel and their drones. Snooks, it's not my boobs, okay? Yeah, I figured, Snooks. I figured, but I knew everybody in the chat was thinking that. Appeal to having cartels have access to everything, especially the black market. Yeah. Maxine Waters, yes, Energy Woman, that's what I'm talking about. She's always doing calls to action and stuff, basically telling people, like, go do bad stuff in the streets, you know, and no accountability ever comes her way. Pickle Rick, are you singing Backstreet Boys in the chat? Is that what that is? Fresca Bean, because there was a drone restriction act that funded a small department sunsetting in December, so they wanted more funding and more civilian restrictions and more people transferred to the department. I don't know. I don't know really what that has to do with the cartel or anybody else buying drones. I don't understand why the fear mongering and all of that's happening. Like I said, drones have been out for a long time. What's up, Break a Leg? Happy freedom. Trump took 3 steps back today. Why do you say that, Break a Leg? And those cartoons are cartel logos? Nah, I don't know. That's News Nation. So, you know, they could put anything up there and be like, yeah, be really afraid of this symbolism. Wayward Rubber Toe versus El Chapo. I think El Chapo's still locked up. I'm kind of surprised they haven't freed him yet. Again. High Plains Drifter, a far right vest? I missed it. I missed it. Energy Woman, drones are now weaponized against we the people. Well, it's been that way since the lockdown. That's what a lot of people were worried about in New Jersey. Because in China, during the lockdowns, they were using drones to spray chemicals in the air, supposedly disinfecting the air outside, and people saw that and was like, well, what if they weaponize that? What if they spray something other than hand sanitizer or whatever it was? And when the drones were taking over New Jersey and everybody was making all those 911 calls and stuff, that's what people were worried about, is that the drones were going to start attacking people and stuff. But I don't know. What's up, Cassie J? Happy freedom to you. Appeal to Evan, I heard there were drones in our country, but I still haven't seen them over my property. I'll shoot them down. Well, it's a federal offense if you shoot them down. I don't know. I see drones all over the place. I've seen drones here. I haven't seen it since the New Jersey stuff has happened. I seen a video of someone recording a pretty good sized drone somewhere within an hour of me, but I haven't heard of anything malicious happening. I haven't heard of drones like looking in through the windows or surveilling a property or doing. It's just people flying drones. Plague Doctor, been watching drones in the Ukraine. Not good if they do that stuff here. Yeah, that stuff that's happening in the Ukraine is crazy. It's they're using that white phosphorus in the Ukraine. They'll hook a drone up with it and then deploy it over a group of Ukrainians or whatever and just wreck them. Just wreck them. I've said like a week or so ago, maybe it was 2 weeks ago, I think eventually they'll make it so you can't use drones in war, because I think it's too bad. It's like Agent Orange and stuff. It'll get banned. It's not banned yet, though. Scott, didn't people start arming drones 5 years ago or something? They need to stop acting like this is a new thing. Yeah, they've been doing it for a while, and yeah, for some reason, all of a sudden, this is the new scary thing to worry about. Scott Johnson, yeah, Maxine Waters. She's a real piece of work. Slenderella, what was that person crawling out of the back of the truck? I missed it. I didn't see it. Here, Juicer, they're talking about making our dump station automated from my experience with robots, it's only a matter of time before a disaster comes from that. Yeah, I heard you, sir. That's a scary situation. Appeal to heaven. I'm elderly at 49, so a felony, okay, no problem. Well, and they might, they might justify it. You just got to be cautious when you're shooting things out of the sky. Every state has different laws, and every officer feels different, so either way. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and move forward here. Like I said, this next one is North Carolina Marines head to Guantanamo Bay to help with housing tens of thousands of border crossers. All right, hooligans, hit that thumbs up over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
Marines from North Carolina flew to Guantanamo Bay back on Sunday. It comes following President Donald Trump's memorandum last week to prepare the U.S. naval base there to house tens of thousands of migrants. Alana Laster with more details this morning on the Marines mission.
U.S. Marines 1st Battalion, 6th Marine Regiment, 2nd Marine Division boarded a C-130 Hercules at Cherry Point, headed toward Guantanamo Bay.
We are going to Guantanamo Bay to complete the mission that was given to us.
That mission being support for the Department of Defense and Department of Homeland Security's mission to expand the Migrant Operations Center at Guantanamo Bay's Naval Station.
This is what we train for. At a moment's notice, we get the call. Like I said, we were in the field training for something like this, and it happened. We stay ready, and we're ready to go, and here we are.
First Sergeant Johnny Stone says the main thing running through his mind as they boarded the plane was his family.
Just going to miss my family. Didn't get a lot of time to say bye. That's what's going through my head. But I know me and the guys are prepared for this. We came out of the field on Friday. Friday found out that's where we're going.
Corporal Temple Williams says this is what they train for.
Eventually we knew we'd get that call. That call came down. So here we are getting ready to do the job.
Marines boarded the plane. The plane was loaded. And off they went.
Just making sure that everybody on this plane comes back home and we can get the job done, make America proud.
And that was Alana Laster reporting. The process of expanding the holding facility is expected to last weeks.
All right, troops heading out to Guantanamo Bay to help with President Trump making Gitmo great again. Next up, we have the last little bit of our news. It's titled Tom Homan vows to prosecute New Jersey governor if border crosser admission is true. Now, obviously, the New Jersey governor was talking about sanctuary city stuff and protecting border crossers and all of that. But Tom Homan has said, you try and do that, you're breaking the law and we will hold you accountable. Now, before we move any further, go ahead and take another gander at the Democrats crying really hard in D.C. really quick.
McIver! Who we got? There you go. Hit.
Look, I came here with one simple message, just like you all. We will not take this shit from Donald Trump and Elon Musk. We want you to know, as mentioned, we came here for an oversight visit in this building behind us, and they told us that we had to have an appointment for an oversight visit. So let's let them know loud and clear to let us in. Let us in! Let us in! Let us in! Let us in! Donald Trump thinks that he is a dictator, but we are going to prove him wrong. I came here to Congress in September, and I want Donald Trump to know that this Jersey girl means business. We will not stand for this. We will fight back. The people always had the power. And I tell folks, we've been talking about it all day today. Someone told us that Republicans had their phones off the hook so they wouldn't take your calls about what's going on here. Boom to that. And I tell you that when we leave here, we need to...
Anyways, yeah, these people, they're real mad. They're real mad. What's really humorous is in the background there's a sign that says, "Stop hating each other because you disagree." That's hilarious coming from Democrats. After this, Maxine Waters will tell them to probably hit the streets and start murdering people on sight. Maxine Waters is good for that stuff. She is. She was saying that big time during George Floyd riots. They were like, well, sometimes you need to go in the streets and burn shit down and blah, blah, blah. Like, wait a minute. Isn't that terrorism? You can't tell people to go do that, but she did. And nobody did anything about it. Because that's what happens when you're a Democrat. You just act like a shithead, and anytime somebody comes to do something to you, well, now you're a victim. Poor me, poor me, poor me. They should make t-shirts that say that. Anyways, like I said, next up we got Tom Homan vows to prosecute New Jersey governor if border crosser admission is true. He's going to be talking about a plethora of things, but he's specifically talking about holding elected officials accountable if they're going to be protecting these illegals. It's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about these dumbasses. Oh, no, we're going to put this goofy bastard on because he's always got something to say. Hold on, before we move forward.
We got to keep meeting like this. I was at AID yesterday. Anybody go to USAID? To defend the federal workers. And I saw Elon Musk tweeted out a picture of a non-violent, boisterous rally saying, looks like an insurrection to me, he said. You know, and in his native apartheid South Africa, that might have looked like an insurrection to him because the authoritarians don't know the difference between an insurrection and a non-violent popular protest, okay? So I want to give him a little seminar on it. An insurrection is when the president, who's been defeated by more than 7 million votes in an election, tells people to go and fight like hell, or they're not going to have a country anymore, and they go and they beat up our police officers, wounding and injuring and hospitalizing more than 140 of them. Come on, man. And they chant, hang Mike Pence. That's what an insurrection looks like. That's what an insurrection looks like. This is not an insurrection. This is a resurrection today. Why don't you tell America what democracy looks like? What does democracy look like? This is what democracy looks like. Well then, if we're looking at the Treasury Department, tell me what plutocracy looks like. What does democracy look like? This is what democracy looks like. What does plutocracy look like?
All right, well, that's enough rat sack skin there. Trying to buy favor with all these people saying these old and tired BLM chants. Good for him. Good for him. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and read through the chat. We got a little bit of the news still coming up next. Russell, damn rat sack skin. I know. 10 man, shut up, bitch. For real. Russell, vote this dude out. I don't know how he keeps getting reelected. He's just a nasty person. Matt, she got winded fast on that chant. Yeah, none of those idiots know what they're doing. They're up there just crying about nothing. Rat sack skin, what really kills me about him bringing up insurrections and stuff is he was there for the second impeachment trial for President Trump over the insurrection. There was an insurrection trial that was for the second impeachment. He went up there, cried really hard, real hard. We covered the whole damn thing. And then they determined that it wasn't an insurrection. He was there when they determined it was not an insurrection. And then he still goes outside and says shit like that. Like, I don't know how people see all of this happening and then still go, yeah, that guy's a credible source of information. What do you mean? Like, what do you mean? He's literally lying to you. You can watch the whole thing happen. He's just lying right to your face. And they're like, yeah, rat sack skin, that's my guy. Like, what? Stupid. So stupid. 10 man, they're already organized. Well, here we go. Well, a lot of those people are elected officials that we're paying them. We're paying them to go out there and do that stupid shit. Rat sack skin, he gets paid off of our tax dollars. He's out there talking like that. Wasting time. Wasting our money. Appeal to Evan, USAID funded them. Yeah, that's why they're mad. Wayward, that's just a leftist Trump rally. Yeah, basically. What's up, Crab Nebula? Happy freedom. Barbie, happy freedom to you. Shame on you, Jamie Ratskin. Yeah. Yeah, but he don't feel any shame. Decimal threat, he lost them when he changed one word. Yeah. He don't know what he's doing. Like I said, he's just trying to gain favor with those people. Shroomish, why was not one person charged with insurrection then? Keep coping, clowns. Yeah, absolutely, Shroomish. Rappy, bless their hearts. Mm-hmm. What's up, Tiger Jaw? Happy freedom to you. Pickle Rick singing the Backstreet Boys in the chat. I think I'm the only one picking up on it, which, you know, tells a lot about me. What's up, Big Mac and Pride? Happy freedom to you. Visions, he was the lawyer. Yeah. He's not a very good lawyer. He doesn't even understand that it wasn't an insurrection. What's up, Annie? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Retro? Happy freedom to you. Visions cope. They can't. What's up, Moosey? Happy freedom to you. He needs a dumb sucker. Mm-hmm. What's up, Youper? Youper, he's no dictator. He married a supermodel. Yeah, that's got them real butt hurt. What's up, Shane? Happy freedom to you. Nobody elected Elon. Nobody nominated Kamala Harris either. Where were you then? Yeah, for real. He's out there crying his little eyes out. All right, hooligans. We're going to move into this last little bit of the news. Like I said, this is Tom Homan. It's titled, Tom Homan vows to prosecute New Jersey governor if migrant admission is true. Now, I don't think they actually play what the New Jersey governor said. I wish I knew his name so I could stop saying New Jersey governor, because that doesn't exactly roll right off the tongue. But either way, I'm not sure what he said specifically, but the governor of New Jersey was talking that talk about sanctuary cities, right? They're going to stand against President Trump and the mass deportations and all this stuff. And Tom Homan has a message for that individual, as well as some information on how things are going and how he feels about the future. Hit the thumbs up over on Rumble as well as YouTube, and let's get this rolling.
Trump administration borders are Tom Homan. You know, Tom, great to see you, by the way. Thanks for what you're doing. I think that video says it all, doesn't it?
Absolutely. You know, where's their tears for the 500,000 children that were trafficked in the country, separated from their families, put in the hands of criminal cartels, and they can't find over 300,000 of them. I guarantee some of these children are sex trafficking and forced labor. Where's your tears for those? Where's your tears for the 250,000 Americans dead from fentanyl poisoning because of the open border? Where's your tears for the 600% increase of sex trafficking of women and children? And of course, where's your tears for all the young ladies been raped, murdered, and burned alive? So, you know, it's just pathetic.
Yeah, well, you got some help from President Trump and For now, he got Canada and Mexico, Colombia, and even Venezuela to accept back these illegal immigrants. And you now have Gitmo as a place to put many of them. How important are those developments to you?
You know, President Trump proves every day he's the greatest president in my lifetime, and I mean that. That he's moving at lightning speed. Look what we've done. You're right. Seeing airplanes of illegal aliens landing in Gitmo, a game changer. Seeing the Department of Defense take airplanes south with illegal aliens, first time in my 34 years of doing this job, a game changer. President Trump's making progress every single day. Our numbers already, remember, Sean, it wasn't too long ago, we were dealing with 10,000, 11,000 illegal entries a day. Yesterday, 524. And not one of them, not a single one was released. They're either returned or detained seeking prosecution. So game changer, greatest president of my lifetime, proves it every day. And look, we got a lot more to do. And I got a great team. We got the greatest president I ever worked for. You got Secretary Noem. She's already been on the ground with the Border Patrol. She's been on the ground with ICE. She's been on the water Coast Guard. She's done more enforcement actions in a week than Mayorkas has done in 4 years. I got Pete Hegseth, shoulder to shoulder Pete Hegseth, giving us all the DOD access to lock that border down. So, you know, what a great team. You got Steve Miller, the architect, right? He amazes me every day at the White House. We have one hell of a team. We will not fail this president.
Let me read a headline to you. Chicago leaders encourage residents to exercise their rights in resisting Trump's deportation policies. The governor of New Jersey, Phil Murphy, basically admitted that he knew somebody that didn't have full documentation, that he was hiding over his garage. Then we have Tom Tillis, senator from North Carolina, saying that people should have the right to sue sanctuary cities and states that aid and abet in lawbreaking. Your comment on all of that?
I think the governor's pretty foolish saying what he said, because I got note of it, won't let it go, we'll look into it. And if he's knowingly harboring, concealing an illegal alien, that's a violation of Title 8 United States Code 1324. I would seek prosecution, or the secretary would seek prosecution. So maybe he's bluffing. If he's not, we'll deal with that. And as far as suing sanctuary cities, well, get in line, because the Trump administration is going to do that already. Sanctuary cities are sanctuaries for criminals. There's one example, right? If the young sanctuary cities in New York City, if they would have gave us over the killer of Laken Riley when he got arrested in New York City for endangering a child, he would have been in jail, and he would have never killed Laken Riley. Sanctuary cities are responsible for deaths of thousands of young children throughout my career, and we're going to sue them. We're going to hold them. And look, if he's got to go to the Supreme Court, that's what President Trump wanted to do. He will end sanctuary cities.
You know, there was a 2011 Government Accountability Office study found 3 million criminal offenses had been committed by illegal immigrants. This is before Harris, Biden, Mayorkas threw the floodgates wide open, 12, 14, 15, who knows. How many, do we have any estimates? We know there's about 350,000 missing children that have been used by illegal immigrants. Do we have any estimates how many Americans have been victims of violent crime, murdered and raped? Do we have any idea that number at this point?
You know, there's really no metric on that, because, you know, it's, of course, in the thousands. We have no metric because of one reason. Many sanctuary cities don't even track the nationality. When they book them into jail, they won't ask what country they're from, what their immigration status is, because they don't want ICE to find out. So even though we know sanctuary cities are protecting criminals, we find out about a lot of them. There are a lot we don't find out about, because they simply won't gather the biometrics so we know who they are. But again, I think President Trump, this administration, are going to sue sanctuary cities. We need that information. I'll say it again. Sanctuaries are sanctuaries for criminals, bottom line.
All right. So what will happen? What will ICE do to the politicians, the advocacy groups, the cities and states that have sanctuary status that are aiding and abetting in the law breaking? What will you do to those people that are openly not just opposing, but helping those people that broke the law and didn't respect our borders and sovereignty?
If they openly impede us, that's a violation of federal law. It's a felony. If they knowingly harbor and conceal an alien, that's a felony. we will seek prosecution through the U.S. Attorney's Office. We got a great U.S. Attorney coming in, Pam Bondi. She's all in. So we're going to seek prosecution, Sean. That's what we have to do because they're releasing public safety threats back in the community. Any sanctuary city, any elected mayor, city councilman, a governor who thinks it's a good idea to release public safety threats back in the community to reoffend, it's just ridiculous. We're going to hold them accountable. The Trump administration will hold them accountable through prosecution.
All right, Tom Homan, great job. Amazing 2 weeks as you begin your third week. We appreciate your time.
All right. So I actually grabbed the video. I believe it's a video. Obviously, I couldn't screen it while we were watching that. But
Tammy and I
think I have the clip of the New Jersey governor admitting to committing a felony. Let's take a gander really quick.
Tammy and I were talking about, I don't want to get into too much detail, but there's someone in our broader universe whose immigration status is not yet at the point that they are trying to get it to. And we said, you know what, let's have her live at our house above our garage. And good luck to the feds coming in to try to get her.
Well, we're going to see what Tom Homan's going to do about that. You better do something. You can't let that slide. You can't go on TV for the last 3-4 months telling everybody you're going to hold these elected officials accountable. And we got this guy on TV telling the whole world that he's harboring, he's aiding and abetting an illegal. Well, it sounds like Tom Homan needs to just go knock on the door and be like, hey, buddy, we got warrants. There's no reason they couldn't get a warrant. No reason at all. He admitted to it. He admitted to committing the crime. They get a warrant, no problem. They search the garage. They find an illegal in there. He told on himself. What an idiot, you know. But that's why I'm saying Tom Homan better go do something about that because he's swearing up and down he's going to hold these people accountable. There's your first one right there signing up for it. Sounds like they don't believe him. Well, he needs to go make an example out of that guy. Either way, like I said, that is the last little bit of the news, but we got the fun stuff coming up next. We're going to pop a chapstick from our 12 days of chapstick that Josh1776 sent. And then we will be getting into our funny videos of the day. We got 2 funny videos of the day today. It's all coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about Tom Homan, as well as that goofy-ass governor who just admitted to committing a crime on TV. Here, Juicy, you got a gyro or a gyro? I've never had that stuff before. It looks good, though. Jay Spray, is Kamala living in his garage? I don't know. I wouldn't let her live in my garage. I know that. Russell Mayorkas needs to be tried for treason. Yeah, I agree. He caused all these problems. What's up, Guess MJ? Happy freedom to you. Shroomish, tired of hearing the threats. Just lock them up. Yeah, Shroomish, that's how I feel too. Now, President Trump, he's been pretty good about keeping his promises. You know, he's been doing the thing, and I believe Tom Homan will also do the thing. We've seen Kristi Noem with him out there cracking down on illegals, but it's make an example out of these elected officials. I'm tired of this special treatment. That's why they're corrupt, because they get all this special treatment. They're exempt from being arrested, and so they need to do something about that. They're the ones that are running the country into the ground. Supia, I can't wait to see these idiots get locked up, but holy, the chat's rolling. But then the Hitler talk will come back. We told you that he would go after his political opponents. Yeah. Well, I don't even know if he's actually got political opponents at this time. Right now is the time to do the thing, because there ain't no campaigning or anything going on. Appeal to heaven, waiting on confirmations. Are stupid. Once Cash and Trump decide to release stuff, it's going to be wild. And I agree. Appeal to heaven. It's supposed to be today or tomorrow. I don't know about Cash Patel, but Tulsi Gabbard and Bobby Jr., I don't know if, I don't really know how it works, I guess. They keep saying that the confirmation is going to happen today, but they went through some voting process where they got passed, and now they got to go to Congress or Senate or something, and they have to get approved there. And I think after that, then they're confirmed. But I don't know if all of that's going to happen today or if just the first step. I know Bobby Jr. passed the first step. I don't know if Tulsi Gabbard did. I assume she did. But I haven't heard that any of those people have been officially confirmed yet. People are dragging their feet and all of that. Matthew Chapstickery. Yeah, that's exactly what's going on. Done trying to have a modern day Anne Frank. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. It sounds like he kidnapped a border crosser. You know, that's what it really sounds like. Mike Phil Murphy. Is that his name? That's the governor's name. Told to care dill pickle chapstick. I've never seen that. That's something. I wonder if they make that. Yeah, Appeal to Heaven. They're not very clear with how the confirmation stuff works, but I've seen a bunch of videos talking about Bobby Kennedy getting confirmed today and stuff like that. But then I seen a video where it said that he did get confirmed, or he got voted in, but he has to go to the next step to actually be confirmed. There's a other group of people have to vote to confirm him or something. I don't know. They're not very clear about it. I'm not very well versed in the situation. I'm just hoping for the best. They're sure taking their time, though. Scott Johnson, he started backtracking and stated after Homan called his bluff and he said it was a lie. Nah, they should still go raid his place. Slenderella, his illegal housekeeper, exploitive Democrats, just like their, yeah, they do. They like people in chains. Bobby, why don't you just block him? If you got people you don't like, I don't understand that. Why don't you guys block people you don't like? I block people every day. I don't even think about it. As soon as I block them, it's gone. I forget they exist. Snooks, none of them have been 100% confirmed as of now. Interesting. See, I don't know anything about the confirmation stuff. Josh 1776, have you opened any of the chapsticks yet? I mean, I haven't opened them specifically. I got 3 open ones on my desk before we started cracking packs. So no, I haven't opened them yet, but they're here, waiting. They're ready and waiting. Matt Rogers, there is a dill pickle chapstick. My wife has gotten it for our son that loves dill pickles. That's badass. I did not know that. I was shocked to see the graham cracker one from yesterday. Yeah, this is from yesterday. Graham crackers. Of course, my camera ain't gonna pick it up, but anyways, it's my dirty fingernails. Resistance you can't block on Rumble? Really? I did not know that. See, I can't tell because it asked me if I want to ban people and stuff, so I don't know. I thought you could. It's crazy. Well, yeah, I guess I don't know what to say about that. If you can't block people, then it's going to make people leave when they disagree. What's up, white guy? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Lenny? Happy freedom to you. Lenny, dill pickle chapstick is intriguing. Amazon and Etsy have them listed. Are they actual chapstick, though? Because I don't do a chapstick that's not the chapstick brand. That's why I haven't bought the bacon chapstick yet, because as far as I know, the chapstick brand doesn't make it. There's a bunch of knockoffs and stuff, but it's not what I want. What's up, Breeze by you? Happy freedom to you. All right, hooligans, we're going to move into the fun stuff here. Let's crack a new chapstick. Like I was saying, Josh1776 sent this 12 days of chapstick here. I'm going to tear these tabs off so it looks a little cleaner. Whoa. Today is day 6. We're halfway through it. Now, as far as I know, there's only 10 chapsticks in here. The other 2 things are some form of skin protectant, which I don't really know much about. But either way, let's see what we get today, day 6. I'm going to tear the tab all the way off. And today we got sugar cookie. I've never seen this one either. I bet this is badass too. I wish my camera would focus, but either way, just believe me. It says sugar cookie. Thank you, Josh1776. Sugar cookies today. It's awesome. We're going to get into our funny videos of the day. This first one's titled, Klaus Could Take Him. It's coming up next, but first I want to remind you hooligans really quick. If you would like to support the live to keep us running, you're welcome to use that Linktree link in the description in order to make donations. You can do that by using PayPal, Cash App, Stripe, Locals, Buy Me a Coffee, or you can even send crypto. Let's get these funny videos of the day pulled up. Let's see here. We're going to get them both pulled up if I can. Yes. I had to think for a second what this was. Alright, here we go. Like I said, we're getting into our funny videos of the day, and this first one is titled, Klaus Could Take Him.
And I bent down and I petted him, and all of a sudden, you heard this, like that. So the trainer says, get up very slowly and back up. So the tiger did. He slowly got up and backed out.
Come on, man. I think Klaus could take Chuck Norris. I'm just saying. Maybe not in his prime, but I think Klaus could take him. We're going to get into this next video here. Don't get all bent out of shape about this. It's all supposed to be funny, and I hate that I have to say that, but I know how everybody is. So this next one here is titled, Trump Cranians.
Good afternoon. After very strongly renaming the Gulf of Mexico as Gulf of America, we will be making further changes effective immediately. Europe will now be known as America Plaza East. The Panama Canal will be known as Trump America Canal of Trump. And of course, Turkey will now be known as Chicken.
Why are you renaming Turkey in particular?
Why are we doing it? Because we can. What are they going to do about it? Does Turkey want a beef over being called Chicken? We'll call them beef. What else? Oh, also we're going to name Hungary Thirsty. But don't worry, the Prime Minister there will do whatever I tell him.
What is behind this policy of changing everyone's name?
Because America will no longer allow people to tell us what to call them. It's like the pronouns. It's over. So what's that? Zelensky's on line 3? Put him on speaker. What else do you want? We're cutting off the aid to meet... Mr. Trump, we demand that you call our country Trump Crane. Trump Crane? Boy, I always thought of it more of a me crane than a Ukraine, but tell me more. Greater Trump Crane. Greatest Trump Crane. Deal, and we will also rename Donbass Donald Bass and retake from Russia. Deal, deal, I love it. Sally, tell Pete Hegseth to give these Trump Cranians whatever they want.
Those Trump Cranians. Well, hooligans, that is all the coffee I had for you guys today. Grab this Linktree link really quick and drop it in all the chats for you guys. And we got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up next. Trump Cranians. What's up, Harley Davidson? Happy freedom to you. Alright, hooligans, there's a Linktree link where all of my links are listed. So if you'd like to make donations, join membership programs, or purchase any merch, really appreciate it. All of your guys' contributions keep us running every day except for Sunday, because we got to have a day to recharge those batteries. Definitely go join Discord. Discord is our free hooligan community. It's the best way to be notified every single time we go live. The hooligans are there keeping the conversation going 24/7. And we have 2 news boards to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. So definitely go join Discord. If you're feeling real saucy, go join jeffmaclive.com. Over on the website, it is the best way to experience the live. Our built-in chat has more ability than any other platform. You could post memes and GIFs and custom emojis and links and all kinds of stuff right there in the chat while watching the live. You will also have access to Hooligans Alley, which is our private social media area. You'll have access to the forums, which is to encourage open discussion. You'll have access to the arcade, which is full of games that are a ton of fun. And you'll also have access to our advanced messaging system with the built-in group chats that gives you the ability to text each other, call each other, video call each other, group texting, group calling, group video calling, and more. jeffmaclive.com is the place to be and the home of the Hooligans, so definitely go get yourself a membership. We're going to read through the chat really quick, and we got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up next. Thank you, Breeze by You. Appreciate you stopping in. Cassie J, put him on speaker. Yeah, President Trump, he likes to do everything up front. Jay Spray, no, I haven't had a chance to make bacon pancakes yet, but it sounds awesome. Hair Juicer, I just found free-range chicken poop lip balm. Nah, Hair Juicer, I don't think I want that flavor. I don't think so. Thank you, Breeze by You. I hope you have a great evening as well. You guys are saying all kinds of crazy stuff in the chat. Energy Woman, yeah, changing turkey to chicken and hungry to thirsty. And if turkey don't want to be called chicken, then we'll call him beef. It sounds like stuff that President Trump would actually say. Oh, I appreciate you, Pumpkin. You're the bestest. Thank you, Energy Woman. Appreciate you being here. Cody, the Hooligan hot sauce. I know, we need to actually come out with some Hooligan hot sauce. What's up, J-Dog? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Detroit River? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Turbo? Happy freedom. All of you hooligans showing up at the end here. Let me see here. Thank you, Appeal to Heaven. Hope you have a great night as well. Thank you so much, Patriot Dad, for that $5 donation over on Rumble. I really appreciate the support, Patriot Dad. Thank you so much. Says, great show, Jeff and Snooks. Much love to all of you hooligans and happy freedom. Happy freedom to you, Patriot Dad. Thank you. All right, hooligans. Oh, thank you, Sage Pup. Sage Pup, my bad. Tool to Care, I identify as an angry black woman. Well, that's okay. We still love you, Tool to Care. Thank you, Fresca Bean. Appreciate you being with us. What's up, Plastic Quack? Happy freedom to you. All right, hooligans. It's that time once again. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we did the thing. We're going to read through the chat one last time, just make sure no hooligans are left behind. But we are going to be wrapping this up. We will be live again tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. But of course, I will be keeping an eye on President Trump's public schedule to see if we need to cover Trump live or Caroline Leavitt live for a press briefing or anything like that. We'll keep my eyes on it, so we'll go live accordingly. But Coffee with Hooligans will be at 3 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. So hopefully you hooligans make your way back. Like I said, we're reading this through and we're wrapping her up. Thank you, Dusto. I hope you have a great day as well. Thank you for being with us. Pickle Rick, I did not have sexual relations with that brisket. Good, Pickle Rick, good. Glad to hear it. Matthew, you not had my pancakes. No. I'm willing though. I like pancakes. Pickle Rick, you crack me up. Appreciate you, MU. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Too Old to Care. Appreciate you, Tony Rich. I appreciate you, Gen X. Thank you, Cassie J. Thank you, Tin Man. All right, hooligans, I think we're good to go. Like I said, we will be live again tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time for Coffee with Hooligans. And I'll keep my eye on President Trump's public schedule. That's all we got. There's no live events page on the White House website yet. So I pretty much monitor Right Side Broadcasting as well as the White House YouTube channel. And then I keep an eye on the public schedule. And that's the best we can do. So I will do my best to be able to capture President Trump live as well as the press briefings with Caroline Leavitt. We'll see what tomorrow brings, but Coffee with Hooligans will be at 3 p.m. Eastern time, so hopefully I see you right here. Hope you hooligans have a fantastic night. Thank you guys for sticking with me and covering the news and skimming through the protests and waiting for President Trump to be live with Netanyahu and all of that. And I hope you guys have a fantastic night, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Huge shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you hooligans, and I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.